Listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Make it bounce, make it jiggle, what you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Break it down, move around, what you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Make it bounce, make it jiggle, what you sitting on? That ass make a brother need crash insurance. The booty get any bigger, you gon'
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Mamba.
How can I tell somebody that their religious content on their Snapchat is annoying?
You don't. You just stop fucking following them on Snapchat.
All right, so what you do is you start.
Are they posting Josh Firsting videos?
No, he's just like taking pictures of the Bible and posting quotes for it.
Are they good quotes?
I don't read it.
Can you move your mic closer?
Well, how do you know, like, if they're
The book looks old, and there's like
so you
numbers.
just assume it's a Bible?
the Bible is
There's
old.
like numbers in front of. The reason why I know this is because of Stone Cold Austin 316. I see like
All right,
something.
well, what's the most recent one?
Let's see. The reason why I brought this up because I was just on Snapchat before we started. Okay, let's see.
I mean, maybe some Jesus in your life wouldn't, do you some
There's
good.
definitely the Bible. So
what's it
I'm
say?
guessing this. He took a whole scripture. God is mighty, but despises no one. He is mighty and firm in his purpose. He does not keep the wicked alive, but gives the afflicted their rights.
Preach.
He does not take his eyes off the righteous. He enthrones them with kings and exalts them forever.
That is
But if people are bound in chains,
food for the soul.
if people are bound in chains, held fast by cords of affliction, so Jesus started affliction, the clothing line.
But they deserved it.
Yeah,
So it was like a punishment.
yeah. The
So
clothing line,
basically-
the affliction shirt.
So Jesus started afflictions to punish the wicked, and then the clothing company, Affliction, is punishing all of us.
If
But-
they obey and serve him, they will spend the rest of their days in. Well, it's cut off, but I'm guessing it says prosper, and the years in contentment. See, I don't like the sound of that.
You don't like the sound of being happy?
I don't like that I have to listen and do what he says in order to be happy.
Oh man.
Just not very fond of that. Like, if the creator did give us free will?
You're going to use that free will to not listen to what he says.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you kind of gave me the option,
He did.
God.
So
It's kind of your fault.
So you're basically saying if God really wanted us to worship him,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have given us the option not to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe-
he made you do it.
That's because he doesn't want us. He doesn't want to force us to. Kind of like how,
Kind of like how
like you know when girls want you to do something, but they don't want to tell you to do it.
Yeah.
They want you to want to do it, and if they
Yeah.
tell you to do it and you do it, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
I
God
was
is a
gonna-
woman.
I was gonna say.
God is female.
I was gonna say
Is
kind of
it-
similar to how like I try to force cats to love me.
Yes,
Like I grab them and I won't let them go until.
They love you.
they love
Yeah.
you. But even then, it's not the same.
But I get a paw to the face.
So is that why, like, in the Old Testament, like, God was really petty because he was a woman? Like, he used to get pissed about everything. Like, don't pay attention to anybody else except for me.
Yeah, exactly.
You will not worship false idols. Only me, 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 me.
I mean,
And if you don't, I will strike you down.
have some plague.
Exactly.
have some affliction.
Yeah.
Look at these T-shirts. Oh shit! Get them away! I'm
get-
sorry, God.
You guys like locusts and raining frogs? No. Well,
Well,
you
here
better
you go.
worship me.
Yep. You like flood?
Do you like one? Here, have some. Have some.
Have some flood.
And the people that really did like him, right? I don't remember any other names.
Like Abraham?
Is that the one that
Moses?
he had to kill his kids?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, because he's like, you don't love me enough, so I'm gonna make you kill your kids.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Hey, which one of your
That was a test.
Exactly, to make sure that he was paying attention.
He's like, when he was about to, he's like, okay, that was a test.
So it seems
And
like
you
God was
passed.
bored.
Or a woman, like Tony says. Petty.
Good point. Good point. You know what? I like religion. I just like other religions. Like,
Scientology.
no. That's a cult. There's a difference.
It's a big difference.
I like religions before Christianity were way cooler. Like I was reading I like mythology. I'm a big fan of mythology. I don't know if anybody knows that. But I recently read a book. It was not an audible book. I actually read it. And
Are you sure you didn't just listen to it?
I looked at the words and listened to them in my head.
So
So
that is reading, yes.
I bought a book about Norse mythology, and I could get behind that.
Why don't you get a book about something to help you educate yourself?
Like what?
Like anything that will help you in the world outside of mythology.
Because it's not interesting. Bettering yourself is not interesting.
It's boring.
It's boring. Have you ever tried to read a self-help book? I actually, there was a sign last year. I was walking in my car. I forgot where I was going. I might have been coming to Junkyard's house, but I was walking in my car, and on the floor, there was a book on the floor. Mm-hmm. It was, I think the title was You Badass You. It's a book about how to, like, be confident
Okay.
and to take control of your life.
Sounds like a good book.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. It was just on the floor. I was like, maybe I'll read it. It sat in my car for like a year, and it's still there.
So you haven't read it?
No,
So it could be like the best book ever.
it could. It could probably do some good in my life. But why would I want to take that risk? Why would I want to take the time?
It sounds like low risk, high reward.
Because I've been playing a lot. I've talked about this already. I've been playing this game.
Fortnite?
No, fuck Fortnite. Called Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's just like
And,
Fortnite.
It's better
Oh, okay.
because this game requires skill.
Is it better than PUBG?
I've never played PUBG, so I
I
can't.
mean, PUBG has all those cool videos where you can do the finger dancing.
We saw this already.
Oh, tutting?
Yeah. Does Apex?
Yeah, we the Apex. We haven't developed the dance yet. I should get on the forefront to that.
You should. You could be a trailblazer.
Yeah.
Since, like that market is ripe for the taking.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the Fortnite dances are all pretty saturated. So is the PUBG's got that finger tutting. What does Apex Legends have? This is where you come in. You need to fill that void somehow.
Mm-hmm. I gotta sit on that. What would I wouldn't know. That's
Right.
good though.
Well, let it stew.
The first step is make a TikTok.
Yes.
The first and hardest step. Bring
Actually, no.
myself to make a TikTok.
Well, first you'd have to lose at least 80% of your brain cells,
Uh-huh.
and then you make a TikTok.
Do you think the people who make a TikTok, they already have a case of the yachts, or they like catch it over time?
Do you think that when they created TikTok, they were like, we're gonna go after the entire remedial demographic, like any kid that's ever been held back a grade? I guarantee you they have a
This is for
TikTok.
you. This is for you.
Like, yeah, if a kid out there has been held back a grade or two,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has a TikTok.
They're like, this app is for people who pour ketchup on their fries as opposed to making a nice little puddle on the side.
Yeah. They just kind of just slather it on.
Yeah, people who drown their fries in ketchup, like, because then you don't have the option, right? Mm-hmm. You just have to commit, and if you don't eat them fast enough, the fries get soggy.
I think TikTok is for kids who sneeze with their mouth open, like in your direction.
That's true. And when they get snot running down their nose, they don't
Yeah,
care.
they don't care. They just let it.
They might even give it a let.
Yeah, or they let it dry up,
Uh-huh.
and it just looks all flaky and nasty. Yeah,
Good point.
Those are the kind of kids that have TikTok.
Junkyard, what are you looking up?
Looking up how to get a TikTok.
Yep, I'm signing up for one as we speak. I am enthralled.
I think NKOTP should have a TikTok.
What do we put on there?
Tutting videos.
Yeah,
Let's see, tut Tony.
I can't.
Have you ever?
My brother's the only
Isn't
one
it
who's
just like this?
My brother's the one that's gifted with that talent.
It's just a finger dance.
I mean, we played the videos.
Yeah, it's just like this.
I mean, it's a little.
There's more.
I think there's a little more to it than that, but I think you got the gist of it. Yes,
I could finger dance like that.
that is not what it is at all.
You said finger dancing.
See, Junkyard, This is why you make people sad.
Makes people angry too. The other day, me and Junker got into a heated debate. The other day, it was yesterday,
Wait, spoilers. Spoiler alert.
and I'm still sour about it. Actually, you know what? If
Pray tell.
we were arguing about this past episode of
okay.
Game of Thrones, we could talk about it because this comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if people haven't watched it yet?
Okay, well, too bad.
So should you say spoiler alert?
Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched Game of Thrones,
Last episode. This is not. Let's remind everybody. This is not a Game of Thrones podcast.
Yeah, but this was pertinent. And yesterday, you were making me not. I don't usually get upset.
Yeah, you do. You get upset all the time.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't fucking get upset. What are you? Now you're making me upset.
Bro, is this your boy?
Who? Oh,
oh my God, is he really a fucking top fan? You know what? No, I don't think that's him. But I would not doubt if he's a fucking top fan of fucking Josh.
click on.
Feinstein.
You can't click on his name.
Hold
Click
on.
on his name.
See if that's him. I'm sure it is.
I no.
I mean,
Well, it's a tag, isn't it? It looks like it's a tag.
go up.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
up.
Like click on his little picture.
That's probably not him. That's somebody else.
Oh, so he's
Oh
replying.
wait, that is. Oh, that's not him though.
No,
That's
it's
him.
not. It's not. It's some other. That. But you
Okay.
know what? I would be surprised.
But how is it that two of those people with the same name?
Apparently, people with that name. So Junker is going through Josh Fierstein's page, and apparently, people with this name
are commonly
super conservative.
yes. They tend to be alt right.
I'm looking for some. He hasn't posted any videos lately. I wonder.
Good.
I wonder if he's got.
Don't fucking encourage it.
All right,
bullshit.
you're trying to stray away from the subject, Junker.
No, I'm not.
So me and you were arguing about this
Game of
past
Thrones.
episode of Game of Thrones. We had a difference in opinion, which is fine. People have different opinions, but there's something about
Junkyard's opinion.
Junker's opinion.
That grinds your gears.
Yeah, if you don't agree with him, you're beneath him. You're retarded. I know you can't use the R word,
Well-
but that's basically what he
But
alludes to.
Even if you do agree with me, you're still mentally challenged. I mean, look at you.
see,
You're definitely on the spectrum.
nothing but a troll.
Get him
Nothing
off
but
you.
a troll.
You got a touch of the tisms.
So we always said that Junkard is an edgelord,
Yes.
and he confirmed it because these past few episodes, maybe this past season of Game of Thrones, people haven't really been enjoying it that much. It's still great, it's still good, but it's been the most controversial season, I think. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
The most polarizing.
most polarized, divisive, even. So, Junkard usually hates everything that everybody likes. So when this past episode came out and everybody hated it, guess who came rushing to its defense?
No, but I didn't say I loved it either.
Junkard was back in the riders. He was like, "Yeah, I could see why they did that. It's understandable. You should have seen this coming a mile away." Junkard is like, "I had the foresight
He had the wherewithal.
to know
Damn
what
right.
was going on."
Damn right.
Only Junkyard.
No, not only me. Actually, a lot of people did.
Only Junkyard could read the signs.
There's been quite a few articles written about actually that specific thing.
But out of all the people you know, only Junkyard
Only Junkyard could
was at the forefront.
he was a pioneer. He was like, I know this is gonna happen to nobody else.
I didn't say that.
You made it seem like it.
No.
You made me seem stupid because I didn't agree with it.
Yeah, because you should have seen it a mile away as well.
I seen it a mile away, motherfucker. But I didn't agree with it. So we're arguing about Daenerys Targaryen's heel turn. For those who don't know, heel turn is a wrestling term from when a good guy turns into a bad guy. Because she was a face of the show for a really long time.
She
right?
was. She was supposedly the chosen one
Yeah.
for a good couple seasons, and that kind of just went to shit.
She was liberating people, freeing slaves.
I mean, but in fairness, she did say she was gonna take it back through fire and blood.
No, that's we were talking about that.
She did say, "I will take what is mine."
Obvious.
Since her brother has died, she's been saying that she's gonna rule
Obviously,
Westeros and take it
they have alluded to it
Since
a
she,
lot
since
since season one.
Since season one. Okay, I get that. I get it.
and they reaffirmed it when she fried the Tarleys.
Yep, and then she killed Varys. But the Tarleys were
Varys
more.
trying to kill her.
That's true.
So,
But the Tarleys was more egregious.
but she spent 8 seasons.
And that not only that, but she was mad because John wouldn't fuck her.
and not only- but
That's
she was
what
also
it comes down to. I was actually going to send
Like
that
if
to
John,
you guys.
if John would have just dicked her down, he could have saved all of Westeros.
I was
But
actually,
no,
I was-
no, I can't dick you down. You're my aunt.
I was
what
actually
kind of
gonna
bullshit is that?
Send that. There was a pic that I saw on Facebook. It was how a woman reacts when she gets dick down, and it was Arya stabbing the Night King because she got laid the night before.
Right.
And it was like, what happens when a woman doesn't get dick down? And it was Daenerys burning all of the king's. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, the evidence is there
Yeah.
to support that claim.
And so it was just like, I get it. I understand it. But it seemed like such a turn that it almost didn't make sense. She spent 8 seasons
killing people.
But see, here's
saving
the thing.
people.
But see, here's the thing. Like you should know by now that.
I already knew it was
Not-
going to happen.
No, I'm not saying you should know what's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
The one thing that everyone should know is that George R.R. Martin and the writers, was it D.B. Weiss?
D.B. Weiss and
whatever.
the showrunners.
They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about what you want. They don't care about what makes sense.
Well, it's not that. It all makes sense now. I mean, Junkyard kind of
Yeah,
pointed
it
it out.
does make sense, but the thing is that
I'm saying it makes-
they don't care.
It makes sense now because Junkyard
They'll build a character for the better part of like 8 seasons and then trash it the last 3 episodes. Yeah, because they don't care.
Well, they're rushing everything right now. They're trying to get it done.
Yeah, Junkyard
Yeah.
had a good point, and I was reading an article. Apparently, HBO was like, "Hey, we want more episodes."
And they offered more money.
Right, and they said no
But that is bullshit
because they're doing Star Wars.
Because they're bitching about like, oh, we don't have enough money for John to pet Ghost.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
HBO's fucking throwing money at him. They're like, nah, we're good.
I'm sure HBO wants.
I'm sure Disney paid them more money.
So, and then I like the same article I was
I'm just
reading.
upset that Ghost.
You're fucking
not.
you're like sucking Disney's dick all of a sudden, and now you're all against Disney for taking away Game of Thrones showrunners.
I just figured they would want to maintain their credibility and like end the show correctly.
Dude, their credibility is already solid. Like they've got 7 seasons, 7 very.
It all depends on the
I mean,
ending.
it's not. It doesn't.
It's
depend
like
on the ending.
gymnastics. You
Dude.
could have the best bar routine. I don't know what
Bro.
that means, but you got to stick
No,
the landing. If
no.
you don't stick the landing,
Nobody is gonna give a fuck. But in like 10 years, everybody's gonna remember Game of Thrones being one
everybody's
of the best
gonna
shows of all
remember it
time.
because
Talk about
it's
the uneven bars
whatever the fuck they are.
Okay.
Or
the
like
balance beam.
the balance beam.
balance
yeah.
beam is the
If
one
you
where
could
you-
have a great routine on the balance
But
beam,
if
but
you,
if
you don't stick the landing,
you don't stick the landing, you're gonna get a low score.
Or
This
how
is-
about
this
or
isn't
how about that
gymnastics.
landing by that gymnast that did a floor routine and like busted both her legs?
Yeah, that's what
I
it's
remember
like.
that one.
The girl who
And the thing too is like people make such a big deal about it, like being the worst season, but it may be the worst season in Game of Thrones, like
Just because
in their like what they've accustomed us to, but it is by far not the worst season of all time. Like there's way shows with worse fucking
no,
seasons.
yeah, that's
you guys,
true.
you guys ever seen Entourage? Great fucking show. After season 4, it went to shit.
Have you ever watched True Blood?
Oh
yeah,
That shit went. That was like first
True
like
Blood,
2 good seasons,
man,
and the rest was trash.
It was fucking. It went to shit.
Dude, it happens to shows all the fucking time.
Yeah.
One season of 6 episodes, and I would argue that 2 of those episodes were shit. And so far the other
I'm not saying
3
that they're-
are not terrible.
I'm not saying that they're terrible. I still enjoyed them.
Yeah,
like
this last episode, yes, it was
what's
it was
it called?
rushed. They tried to put everything in one episode, but it was not terrible.
what was it called? The Bells. I was like, I was gasping.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too. It
oh
was
no,
a great episode.
I was in shock and awe. But so you like, we've dedicated 8 seasons to this show. I'm not saying they owe it to us because they don't.
They don't.
But
Like I was kind of like, one thing I didn't like is like I knew once they announced they were gonna be 2 truncated seasons. I'm like, okay, either they're gonna like really take their time on certain arcs, and other ones are just gonna go to shit. And the ones that are going to shit is just the character deaths. Now you don't have time to give characters meaningful death. It's like, all right, we just gotta kill them off now.
Yeah.
All right, well, shit falls on you. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. You're getting executed. All right, next episode. It's like,
Yep.
huh? Oh well, I remember when death used to mean something.
Yeah, they and like
But-
now and that they've even given up traveling. Like I think I said this last episode.
No, yeah. I
Like
used to take-
they stopped traveling. Like everybody just teleports to everywhere
I think
now.
as soon as they caught up to the books, that's when time travel was just like
Well, 'cause
Instant.
instant
Like
transmission.
Jamie made it to Westeros in like a day.
Well, because the books, they were a lot about like them going from one place.
Right.
To another. Like it would take a whole book for them to get,
Right.
or it'd take a whole season for them to get to a destination. So.
And now it's like, dude, they're there in like a few. It's at least it seems like a few days. Like, boom, they're there. Like at one point, John's in
It's a-
Dragonstone. The next minute, he's at King's Landing. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it took Daenerys what 7 seasons to get to.
Yeah, exactly. To fucking Westeros.
Yeah.
Well, she has dragons. She could fly over there.
They
now.
they can go back and forth. And then here's another spoiler. Another thing that I really disliked about these last couple episodes is that they're very counter. I don't say counterintuitive, but like they're very they don't make sense in the way they've set it up already. So, for example, last episode, one of the dragons gets fucking killed, right, by Euron Greyjoy.
Yeah.
So Euron Greyjoy takes the fucking big ass crossbow for what they call the scorpion, right? Him by himself fucking like turns it and shoots 3 fucking arrow or harpoons or whatever the fuck you want to call them into the dragon while it's moving. Mind you, the boat is also moving. Okay, so he's able to do that and kill a fucking dragon. Yet, how many fucking of those scorpions were on those ships in the last episode and on the fucking walls? Yet, one fucking dragon could take out all those fucking ships and all the fucking
That's
scorpions.
because she was going high and low.
The fuck outta
and front
here.
and back.
Yeah.
It was called strategy.
And
Get the fuck outta here.
She caught him by surprise.
Oh yeah, well, motherfucker, they were waiting there for her. What are you talking about? That was a surprise.
No,
Yeah, they weren't.
weren't.
And then all of a sudden they take forever to load. Like the motherfucker hit the same dragon 3 times, and they're over here. Let's load.
Well,
and
they
they're
had
like,
to load.
Yeah, but the
But that's
episode
because-
before they
that's
didn't have to
because the
fucking
first
load
time
that
they-
much.
the
One
fir-
person
the
did
first
it.
time they weren't expecting them.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No,
Euron,
I'm
Euron
not
did it by
saying,
himself.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm not
4
saying-
people
shut
couldn't
the
kill a
fuck up.
dragon.
I'm not saying Euron wasn't. I'm saying that Daenerys wasn't at the first time she wasn't expecting them.
Yeah.
The second time she knew what was there.
Right.
So
But that
she
still
knew
doesn't-
how to.
That still doesn't explain.
maneuver.
That still doesn't explain how
Yes, it
how one
explains
person
it
could
perfectly.
fucking use one scorpion where it takes like 4
So,
people to like
Junkyard,
reload.
You're
and
obviously,
do it.
you're obviously new to fucking writing and plot mechanics.
Yeah,
Obviously, when the plot demands something to happen, it's gonna happen.
Junkyard, you're getting really upset over fictional artillery.
No,
But when it comes to huge, pivotal character
no,
moments,
that's
you're like,
but this,
"Nah."
but this,
But
So you're
fiction or
like,
artillery.
What are the logistics
is the
of
thing.
those
like
scorpions? How-
like the physics of it. Like how long does it really take to reload?
that's not necessarily the thing. It's they're not keeping it balanced. Same thing with like, okay, they brought all the whole army, right, to
Yeah.
fucking fight. What do you call it? To fight the Golden Company.
I
and
thought that
whatnot.
was hilarious that the Golden Company was
They were just
completely fucking
yeah,
useless.
They were
that-
useless.
That meme that you sent, or those memes, one of them it was a 1-star review of the Golden Company.
yeah, 1 star. Yelp, 1 star on Yelp.
And that's just that. But like,
or like if you ever feel useless, remember these guys.
and that's just that. But like, they didn't even fucking need the army. She came in and destroyed everything with the fucking dragon. Basically, like all they did was like pillage and try to rape bitches. Like they didn't really do much because fucking the dragon. As soon as the dragon came in, it started destroying the fucking city, and it was over. Useless. It's terrible. Terrible writing.
So those are your big.
Those were my gripes of that episode. It's just and this exactly. It's just rushed, bad writing.
Well-
all because they wanted to do it for 4 seasons. And like I said, I don't have to like it, but I understand it. I understand why they're doing it. I get that they got thrown a shit ton of money. They're trying to leave Game of Thrones as fast as possible so they can go make Star Wars movies. I get it. If it was me, I'd probably do the same thing.
Well,
But
why?
because they're offering me millions of dollars to do a franchise that's been around for decades, that's got huge following.
You gotta
and-
do it for the
and
love of the game.
Fuck no, bro. It's all about the money. Cheddar makes it better. And not just this, but think about this. What if they're? I don't know.
Does cash rule everything around you?
Fuck yeah. Think about this. What if I don't know the contracts, but what if they get a back end on the fucking, which a lot of people do get, like they get money on the back end of whatever fucking Star Wars makes, dude. That's gonna be shit ton of money. I'm talking about millions upon millions of dollars. Yeah, fuck Game of Thrones. Goodbye. That's what I would do,
Well, obviously those writers have as much spine as you do.
bro.
To just give up
It's
their
all about the money, bro.
to give up their
Money talks, bullshit
their
walks.
magnus opus like that. Now you're gonna go write Star Wars movies. Star Wars isn't even in that great. Fuck Star Wars.
All right, Disney calls you right now and tells you to leave this podcast. You built this podcast for years from the ground up.
Yeah, because I've been trying to leave this podcast for free.
Disney calls you and says, leave the podcast. Now, keep in mind, Disney's not going to pay you anything. They just want you to leave the podcast.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
That's how they feel, but they're getting thrown a shit ton of money. How about that?
I know exactly what you're saying. I know where you're coming from. I just don't agree with it.
You don't have to agree with it.
No,
You don't
I
have
know.
to agree with it. You don't have,
I know it's still gonna end the way that.
Yeah.
But because I started looking into it, I was like, I can't be the only one. I guess even the actors on the show, they're like, I hope everybody's okay with everything. You know what I mean? I don't think they were too happy about the way it went down. So, but it's a show.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's ending.
It's a show about dragons, with dragons and undead armies. So I can't really.
And the occasional dire wolf whenever they could afford it.
Yeah, so I can't really get too upset at it.
Yeah, I just feel like people. I mean, I love the show dearly, and I think people are getting too fucking worked up over how terrible the season is.
No, it definitely is not terrible. I still enjoy it.
I enjoy it thoroughly.
It's just we waited what, like almost 2 years for season 8?
Yeah, more or less.
So I thought it was gonna go out on a high note. It's going out on a note.
Yep.
An acceptable
But
one.
very, very, like, a lot of shows are like that. Like, even some of the greatest shows, like, they don't really ride off into the sunset.
Well, no, I'm not expecting everybody to like.
No, I'm saying, like, it doesn't really, a lot, like, I can think of, like Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad ended perfectly.
See, like, a lot of people, like, hated the way it
Yeah, a lot of people
Really?
hated that way too.
ended. Yeah.
Dude, no show. I don't think any show ends on a
On
a really high note.
universally acclaimed
Right.
high note.
I'm trying to think.
I'm thinking of all sorts of shows that
I heard
People
Dexter.
hated-
I never seen Dexter, but I heard it ended.
dude.
like,
Dexter.
I heard that went to
I
scale.
personally
I heard Sopranos. Fucking the ending sucked.
Dexter. I personally didn't have a humongous problem with it, but it did have very
Okay, I haven't
like
seen it, so
it sucked.
spoilers.
No, I know, but just people were like it sucked, blah blah. But I was like, whatever. I mean, who cares? I just don't. It's not a big deal. Fucking, once you know the show's ending, what do you expect? It's gonna end.
I'm trying to think of a show that I was like, man, yeah, they really stuck the landing. I enjoyed.
The Punisher.
They didn't technically end the Punisher.
Oh, it ended.
They just got
alright.
canceled.
I'd say the last season of Daredevil that ended pretty.
Yeah, but that same thing. They didn't like end it.
Well, I mean, but it still had It had a
That's because
satisfying.
That's because they were planning on making more seasons.
They had a satisfying ending.
I can tell you what had a perfect ending. Avengers Endgame.
That was satisfying.
But that wasn't technically a TV show.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was 22 episodes long. It's like one season, right?
Yeah.
Even like Smallville, like that was one of my favorite shows. Didn't end
I
very
think I
well.
stopped watching it after like the 5th or 6th season.
I'm trying to think other shows like
No, I think Smallville went to shit when Petey got busted for trying to sell smack.
in real life.
Yeah. And then he got written off
What
the
about
show.
what about Allison Mack? Now that she's going to jail for like
Wasn't that like way after the show?
yeah.
Yeah, so whatever.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know. There aren't many shows I can think of that I could say had a perfect ending.
Boy Meets World.
I honestly don't remember how the
remember
fuck that
how it
ended. And that's the thing. And there you go. See, that's a perfect example. Like I love Boy Meets World. I remember it as a great show. I don't
Was it the
fucking remember
wedding?
how it ended. No, it was after the wedding.
Oh, okay, I don't really remember.
Exactly.
but that's like a.
Hey, but we need
That's-
to brush up, man, for that
That's
trivia.
That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen with Game of Thrones. People are gonna forget about the ending, and like in a few years, they're
No,
just gonna
I
remember
will
Game of
always
Thrones.
remember, and I will
Bullshit.
constantly talk about it
Bullshit.
until the day we are no longer acquainted.
Bullshit. And who knows? What if this last episode is fantastic?
Oh, you know what show had the best ending? Cowboy Bebop. I know you've never watched
I
it,
never watched it.
but it was a 1-season anime, 26 episodes, and it ended.
Oh, if you want to talk about great fucking writing and a great fucking anime, Gurren Lagann. Now that transcends
That sounds German.
all. What?
It sounds like it's a German.
It might be.
But if it's German and it's anime, isn't that like
It's definitely not German.
contradictory? Because it's like anime is supposed to be Japanese,
No.
not German.
I think it's a made-up name.
Yeah, I think it's just like gibberish, but it's really great.
Japanese gibberish.
Japanese German gibberish.
You know, it was like I watched that show. I like how the first season, or not, it was one season, but like the first few half is like kind of silly, almost funnier, and then it takes a turn and it gets like really serious.
Yeah.
What?
And like it gets really deep and like
Are we
philosophical.
talking
Yeah.
about? Are we still talking about that anime?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a good
Now,
show.
Another great anime is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I enjoyed Full Metal Alchemist.
That
Do you guys remember how Dragon Ball Z ended?
It's
Well, of
Dragon Ball
course.
Z, or
Wait,
I haven't
Dragon Ball
watched
Z,
Super.
Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, or GT.
Whatever. Pick one. Do you remember how it ended?
Dragon Ball Z ended with Cell Saga. Wasn't the Cell Saga?
No, the Buu Saga.
See,
It ended,
you don't even know. See, and yeah, you still love it.
it ended with
Nobody fucking remembers the endings.
it
It's
ended
true,
with
You just-
it's true. You're right. It was the Buu Saga.
Goku's granddaughter's.
We're talking about Super. I haven't finished Super, so don't spoil.
No, this is Dragon Ball Z. After the Buu Saga, it ended with Goku's Pan. Yeah, Pan.
Oh yeah.
She was taking her grandson to a tournament, and so it was basically Goku's descendant fighting Vegeta's descendant, and that's how it ended.
Oh wait, Pan is
Goku's granddaughter,
Yeah, you're right. That's Videl and Gohan's daughter. Gotcha.
or was that GT? Is that how GT ended?
No, I think. No, because GT.
Oh, that might have been the ending to GT. Dragon
See,
Ball Z.
you guys don't
anyway-
even fucking know.
point is-
All you know is
Look,
all you guys know
look,
is that
Junkyard.
you love the show.
The point
you don't
is-
remember the ending.
Dragon
point
Ball
is-
Z, I think
The
ended.
point is, you're right. No one fucking remembers the endings.
Exactly.
Dragon Ball Z, I
If-
think, ended with Goku fighting this guy named Oob, who was basically the reincarnation of Boo. And then I think Oob was supposed to get his own show or anything, but I don't remember. You know what? Shut the fuck up, Chuck.
In a few years,
Oh, I remember how Full Metal Alchemist, the first one ended.
the showrunners of Game of Thrones are going to be raking in the cash from Star Wars, and everybody's going to love Game of Thrones, and that's how they're going to go down. Millionaires with a fucking
Yeah.
critically acclaimed
I
show.
think regardless,
That's it.
it's still gonna go down as one of the greatest shows.
Right.
In TV.
So
history.
it doesn't really fucking
Based
matter,
on
guys.
popularity and
So everybody who's fucking complaining about Game of Thrones, shut the fuck up. You know
shut
you're
up.
watching
You
it.
shut up. Star Wars sucks.
No, it doesn't. Star Wars is fantastic.
Oh, the Last Jedi was fantastic.
I thought they were done with
It was
Star
okay.
Wars. I thought they were
No,
like
they've got one more.
This movie coming up, but
But
the one that they're writing is like a whole new trilogy.
Yeah, it's
right?
a new trilogy.
It's
Is it
like-
supposed to be after this trilogy?
No, it's like a remake, I guess.
it's
Kind of.
coming out in 2020.
So they're remaking the original.
I don't know if they're remaking the original or they're reimagining
No, it's supposed
it.
to be. It's supposed to be a whole new
Right.
thing.
Well, it's supposed to be a new trilogy, but like, yeah, I don't know.
with like, I think it's just like a
I
new
think if
thing.
they do it, they should do it the way they did the original. They should have a new trilogy, then do another trilogy of prequels, then another trilogy of
Oh,
sequels
that's
to
a
the
good
original.
idea.
Ooh.
Now that is some fine storytelling. Because otherwise, you're just gonna have like 9 movies in a row. Nobody wants to see that. You want to be able to like, you want prequels. You want some fucking.
They definitely need to get.
You want you want some. What are the other? You want some side movies or what do they call it? Like
Yeah,
spin-offs.
like-
You want some spin-offs.
They definitely need some Jar Jar Binks in there. Am I right?
Yeah.
Like he needs to get his own trilogy
Yeah,
and a spin-off.
yeah. I like that. That's a good idea. Why is Disney paying these guys?
Why aren't they
millions?
why aren't they throwing money at us?
Yeah.
Because if we try to make Star Wars as successful as we make this fucking podcast, Disney be out of money.
But think about the amount of money they wouldn't have to spend on the budget.
That's true. We are the ultimate low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
If you say so.
I mean, I'll take a cool meal. That's nothing to
Yeah.
Disney, right?
Yeah.
It's a drop in the bucket.
Drop in the bucket.
Remember when you were doing that job for your friend and they were looking at professionals
Yeah.
and it was going to cost them like $1,000 and you were like, yeah, I'll do it for $1,000 or
Yeah.
whatever. You took less.
I
than half.
basically severely undercut them, and it was still like a decent amount of money for. But like, I'll do it for that much. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Write a letter to Mr. Walt.
He's
Tell
dead.
him we will do Star Wars for half the price. That
Mr. What?
Half the price at half the quality.
but half the price.
Oh, that means Disney is taking over everything then.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily a good thing.
Because they just bought Hulu today, right?
well,
yeah.
they didn't buy.
They didn't buy it.
Hulu.
They have a percentage in it.
They bought Comcast's stake in it, which is 33. It's still a significant amount. It's enough for them to like basically have like a lot of control over it, which is why they I think they want to package it with Disney Plus. Because I remember I read that they wanted to do it, but I'm like, how are they going to do that if they don't own it? I'm like, are they going to buy it? And then apparently they are.
I wonder if that would.
Well, they're only buying a small, like
Oh, yeah,
a
but enough,
stake,
a
a stake of
controlling
it.
stake.
Yeah.
I wonder if you'd have to pay extra to get Disney Plus on there then.
Well, they better not take because I'm getting Hulu with Spotify, so they better not fuck that up. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, so like you pay for Spotify?
Yeah, and they give you Hulu.
How much is that?
$4 a month or something like that for the student discount. Your student discount.
You're using my student discount?
Yeah, I asked you if I could do it. You said yeah.
I don't remember.
Well,
I'm going to report you for.
well, it's almost over because you're going to be out of school soon. So, but
Uh,
it's okay because I'm going to sign up with my own student discounts. I'm
Oh,
going
yeah,
back.
'cause you're going
so
back
it's
to
all,
school,
it's all
right?
Gucci. Don't worry about it, bro. You didn't use it the whole time you were in school anyway, so I took full
Well-
advantage of it. Don't worry about it. I got Hulu, Spotify, and Showtime with your student discount. Fantastic. Thank you, Mamba.
That's pretty. That's like a terrible deal because if you're a student, you shouldn't be using any of this things. You should be studying.
Bro, you
They're
can't.
basically giving you the ability to waste time.
Speaking of Showtime, you guys watching The Shy? It's a great show.
Is that good?
Should watch
I,
it.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
should watch it. It's fantastic. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Is it?
I give it the Tony Divine seal of approval.
You cannot give away my seal of approval.
It's
I
it's
just
like
did.
it's like a more realistic version of Shameless, right? Because it's about
It's nothing like Shameless.
but it's I know it's
yeah.
not a comedy, but it's like takes place in the South Side of Chicago,
Yeah, but not the same parts as Shameless does.
and it actually involves like people who live on the
Yes,
South, like
that's exactly what it is.
black
Yeah.
people, as opposed
Yep.
to Shameless, where everybody
Just
on
white.
that show is white.
Except for like one person.
Yeah, one.
No, 2 people. The baby,
Uh-huh.
one of the baby brothers, and then the
And
neighbor.
if you ever been to the South Side of Chicago,
It's nothing like that.
you'd realize it's the complete opposite.
So my friend, so you know what's hilarious? So a person we know, one of my wife's friends, came to visit a few years ago, and she loves Shameless, and she's like, "I'm gonna go see where Shameless is filmed." Exactly, and that's what I told her. I'm like, "You actually went?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "That's a terrible idea," and she's like, "Yeah, I realized it was a terrible idea once I got there." I'm like, "Yeah, you stupid ass." Especially you speak no English, and then there's you're not like
They don't speak English down there either.
How did she get there?
fuck if I know. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. I hope
Uber?
she didn't take public
She
transportation.
Ubered.
I don't remember how she got there, but she got over there.
But you probably think I'm sure it's safe while they're filming, maybe.
You're right, exactly. Well, yeah, because they got cops and shit out there, and they block off the streets.
So should I watch The Shy?
You should watch The Shy. It's a fantastic show. Yeah, it's just about people that live on.
You guys should watch The Sinner. Now that is
So-
a show you can
South
sit and
Side
watch.
Sell me on it. What's it about?
Jessica Biel.
I'm sold.
Oh, that's a show that it was on another network, right? And then they bought it.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like on TNT or something.
yeah,
It was a TNT show.
yeah. He's right. I don't know if it was on TNT, but it was on a network. It was a network show.
I don't know, but
And
anyway,
it's on Netflix now.
Jessica Biel and
Does Netflix claim it as an original like they did
no,
you?
it doesn't claim it.
Oh,
as
okay.
original.
Like use a Lifetime original, yet
They claim it.
they
as a
claim it
net-
as a Netflix original.
Well, I mean, in fairness, if I saw a Lifetime
Can you push your
original,
mic a little closer?
I'm
Can't hear.
like if I see something it's like, oh, a Lifetime original, I'm changing the channel.
That's
But if I
true.
see a Netflix original, okay, I can watch this.
My girlfriend sometimes like will watch Lifetime movies. I'm like, ugh, why? It's terrible.
They are terrible,
That's what I was.
and
thinking.
they're all the same shit. It's all about like
Have you guys ever
Time
seen Have
travel.
you guys ever seen the Pregnancy Pact
No.
on Lifetime? You should check it out.
I'd rather not.
It's about these like 15 skanks that all got pregnant at the same time.
By the same guy?
by like 20 different. No, they're like 20 different guys, but each guy like fucked like a bunch of them. Like all of it was just like a clusterfuck. So like nobody knows
Who the
who
father
impregnated
is?
who. Yeah,
That's fucked up. Sounds like some slut ass shit.
well, that's exactly what it was.
And then somebody decided to give them a show.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, it's not a reality show, right?
no.
Oh.
It's just basically
It's
a
fiction.
movie that
Ah,
depicts
okay.
what happened
That's stupid.
in this one.
Oh, so it
town in
actually did
Virginia.
happen.
It did happen. Yeah.
Ah,
What the fuck?
They're like I think they were like look it up. Look up the Pregnancy Pact.
I want to.
I think they were in. I think they
you
were
said
like,
it takes
they-
place in Virginia.
I think I may be wrong, but I think they were like 15 or 16. They were like really young too. They were like barely like freshmen or sophomores in high school.
And they're trying to get fucking dick down and get
Yeah.
pregnant.
So if it took place in Virginia, it's like a family reunion, right? Because
Pretty much, yeah.
that's what they do then.
Oh, it says alleged true story.
No, but there is because
Gloucester, Massachusetts,
oh, okay, I was close.
yeah.
who allegedly agreed to concurrently give birth and raise their children. Let me see. Hold on. Let's check Wikipedia. It's always right.
Mm-hmm.
It's never false. Let me see. I want to see the actual true story.
Look at references.
Yeah. Here, true story of teens pregnancy pack coming a lifetime. Let's check that out. New York Daily News. It's got to be legit, right? The true life of the so-called teens pregnancy pact is coming to TV. According to the Hollywood Reporter, actresses Theora Birch and Nancy Travis will star in a Lifetime original movie based on the true story of a group of Massachusetts teens who allegedly plotted to get pregnant at the same time. That's it. That's all the information.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
They
the
keep
movie.
saying alleged, so I don't know. It doesn't sound
I don't know
very
why it says
reliable.
alleged. They did get pregnant. It's like you can't really like if they got pregnant, it's not alleged.
No, but I guess maybe the whole backstory is how they're saying alleged.
Maybe it was a little bit embellished. That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, all
Yeah.
true stories are embellished.
Whenever they say based on true events, that means they
loosely,
took some liberties.
like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that was based on true events.
So was a transporter.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was.
I don't think it was.
I don't know enough to argue that. So for all I
So
know,
yeah, let's just go
Yeah.
with it, right?
yeah.
Well, people I guess you could consider like delivery drivers transporters, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it is based on.
They
true.
just embellish their everyday life a little bit.
Yeah, it's
They
loosely,
might-
it's loosely based on FedEx drivers.
They slowly exaggerated it.
That's awesome. All right, guys, let's do a segment we haven't done in a long time, a very long time. I'm
I
sure
wanted to talk about
we can talk about it after this.
because we were talking about lifetime movies,
Yeah,
and women like to watch some silly shit.
they do like.
Well,
segment.
Pancho's back.
He's
Pancho
alive.
segment. Pancho segment.
That's true. Because was it Saturday? I was just minding my own business and
Oh, that's right. He just popped up on Facebook.
proceeded to attack me.
That's how I knew he was back.
He says, "Hey strangers, what up, panas? Long time no speak. Quick poll, y'all miss me or nah? Nah.
Nah.
I don't. If so,
Mamba.
Not at all. I was, especially the amount of likes that it got,
Yeah.
and then I had people sending me like
the one about you looking like Samuel Tarley.
yeah, saving the picture and then send it. You know, Tony was in that same fucking picture that he took. Why didn't you take a picture of Tony?
Because I didn't look like Samuel Tarley.
I never noticed that until he mentioned
Yeah.
it. You do look a lot like Samuel
Shut up.
Tarley.
Read the rest
Hey.
of the email.
Hey, but you know what? Samuel Tarley gets his fuck on.
Yeah.
That's true. Sam fucks.
Yep. He does. Anyway,
That was great when he's like, well, I guess we're all fucked. And then Ed's like, not all of us. Get it? Because, Night Watch, they don't they don't get it in. But
Hey.
Sam got it in multiple times. He's got proof.
Yep.
it says, quick poll, y'all miss me or not?
Nah.
If so, real recognizes real. If not, fuck you too, JYD. On another note, I just read an interesting article. You can check it out here. But it's basically, I'll just give you a brief thing of
Did
the
you
article.
already read it?
I mean, we all know what happened to it. We posted about it. Cubs investigating fans, alleged white power hand gesture, threaten lifetime ban.
Oh, I forget. I'm glad he
So
brought
if we
that up.
do it, like, are we going to get banned?
So let's finish and we'll talk about that.
No,
'Cause
like,
he
if I-
asks us stuff about it.
Did you just tell me to do it? Like, can I do it on camera?
No, wait, you can do it on camera.
You
Okay.
get fired from your new job. You're
Oh,
dumb.
shit.
Especially
No.
since you didn't put it below your waist. You're
Anyway.
so dumb.
It says apparently the
Edit that out, Junkyard.
apparently. Well, no, but see that's the thing. It's not that. What you did is upside down. It's that.
What was the Junkyard? Do it again?
that.
Damn, Junkyard, you're going to get us banned.
Anyway, apparently the OK sign has been spending some time on the 4chan and other white power websites, and such because last I encountered the hand OK sign, it was a game where you looked at someone doing it, you get punched. Before that, it was just everything is okay hand gesture. Anyway, what I miss? You guys think the Cubs brass is overreacting? They're talking about a lifetime ban, which they didn't not just talking about it. They actually gave him a lifetime ban. But now they have to investigate what the person's context was when he threw down the OK sign. Maybe I'm just sucker, but I think the guy who did the sign was playing the made you look punch game. Also, what's new with you all? Mamba tired of living with your girlfriend's brother yet? Tony D get a new job? And JYD, damn. I don't think much has changed with him since we last chatted. Maybe a sex change in the works for him. Whatevs. You do you, JYD. You do you. As far as I go, I've been busy with a new job, so if you hear Chicagoland College closing down in the next few months, odds are it's because I am directing one of their administrative offices. Finally, when am I finna be invited to call in? I finish up class next week and will now have extra time to bullshit with you all for a few minutes before I start summer school class in July. Finally, Iron Man dies. Scarlett Johansson dies. I miss anyone else? Oh yeah, forgot this. Spoiler alert. Lastly, what the fuck was up with Game of Thrones episode 3 being dark as fuck? It may as well have been broadcast over the radio. It was so dark. Sincerely, the artist formerly known as Pancho.
First off, he said he works for a college
Yeah.
administration.
Yes.
Can he get me in
Yes.
for the low?
He's actually, I think he is in that part of the admissions.
It's his job to reject or approve
Right.
applications.
Oh, so I got to in whatever school it is. Secondly, about the white power sign, I think that's silly.
I think it's fucking
I
stupid
think
as
it's
fuck.
like I think it's like so absurd that people actually think that means like.
Well, the thing is, okay, so this all started because I've been looking into it.
It all started on 4chan.
4chan. It was a big joke. And then it turned out that, ironically, after it became such a thing, the actual like white nationalists took it on as a real,
They adopted it.
They adopted it, right?
Even though, like, I remember, like, when we were in grade school, we'd always do that, like, below the
Right.
waist and
And we still do it. People
Yeah.
still do it. And it's been this whole running thing on
Yeah.
the internet. Still is today.
Yeah, my favorite one was this guy pulls out a big ass fish, and then when he pulls out his hand, he's like this. I was like, yeah, hilarious.
And that's the thing. So white power is okay like that. The circle game's upside down.
But even then, like, you tell people, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're okay.
You're good.
You're not. You're telling them white power.
Yeah, you're telling
So
You're telling them white power.
it turns out the Cubs ban
they will not replace
did give him a
us.
lifetime ban. Like legit.
That is
They
terrible.
supposedly investigated. I don't know how you investigate something like that. Like, do you like?
So would that count for us though? Because we're not white.
Right. That's the thing. We're clearly not white. I don't know.
So are we like excused? Kind of like how certain people, like because black people can drop the N bomb.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to?
Yeah, like you can't, like if somebody's like, oh, you can't be racist, you can't say racial slurs, and a black person says the N word, are they going to ban the black person for saying it?
It's true.
I think it's just setting a precedent that can get a little ridiculous because like what else can somebody get banned for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it just so happened he did it behind a black newscaster. Like, it could have been.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. That was not even on my radar. But the fact that they brought it up is like that's just how petty it's gotten.
Right, and the thing is, like, it's just, I don't know. It's so stupid.
I think if they investigated, like, who knows? What if this guy had like a bunch of white nationalist bullshit on his Facebook? You never know.
I want to know who this guy is. Like, I want to know the name of him. So I want to look
His
him up
name's probably,
myself.
like,
I want to do my own
His name is
investigation.
probably Chad or Tyler or Trent.
I'm reading another real quick thing to see.
Speaking of Cubs, I went to a Cubs game recently. Had a gay old time.
You took a nice nap.
I took a excellent nap between the second and fifth inning, I believe. I mean, which was great because nothing was fucking happening. Fucking boring. It didn't get good till the end anyway.
Yeah, it didn't get good till like the ninth inning when it was.
Till it went to overtime.
So this Cubs fan page says they made the right call because they didn't need any more bad like news because of Addison Russell.
That's
Oh, because he refuses to hit the ball as hard as he hits his wife? Yeah, I believe that.
But obviously, this is a Cub fan page, so they're.
It is. It's called Cubby's Crib. I think it's a joke. I think it's a fucking joke. Like, you give someone a lifetime ban for a hand gesture that, like I said, that's white power. That upside down, I don't know how the fuck you want to show it, is not.
It's really stupid.
So if anything, wouldn't it be, even if it was white power, wouldn't it be like throwing down the white power? Huh?
Yeah,
throw,
you could say,
you know
like,
how you
yeah,
throw
yeah,
down
yeah.
gang signs?
Yeah.
You throwing down the white power?
Well, wouldn't that be MP? What does MP stand for?
Military police?
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or municipal police?
You know where?
So if I go to like U.S. Cellular and I start throwing that sign down, that'd be cool, right?
Yeah, because and I bet you they wouldn't give you a lifetime ban because they
Yeah,
ain't a
they
bunch of
because
bitches.
they can use all the fans they can get. They don't have the luxury of turning away fans.
Yeah, they'll take everybody. Bigots,
Hey, bro.
Bigots,
Communists.
racists, communists, they don't care. They're like, hey, man, as long as you buy a ticket.
yeah.
But it's stupid. They're overreacting, I think.
Host your KKK rally here. We need to fill seats.
Like when when they have those fan events, what do they call it? Like a whiteout. When
Yeah,
they
yeah.
all like they're gonna do the same thing except they're all gonna have like hoods.
Yeah.
I want to know this guy's name. I want to look him up. I want to know if it was, what do you call it? If it was legit.
Well, that's a good thing that they didn't put his identity out there because
I
that's
wanna
like,
know who he is.
Why would you want to know where he is?
Because I want to know what.
Because what if that followed him in his personal life? Like,
Yeah, why you want?
It already did. He's fucking on TV.
no, they didn't show his
No,
face.
they don't know
They
who
did
he
show
is.
his face.
I haven't seen his face.
Yeah, in the original clip, they showed his face.
I haven't seen his face, but I haven't heard this guy's name or seen his picture. So that's good because what if his job was like, hey, this is a bad look for us. We're gonna have to let you go. It's bad enough if I went to the Cubs game and they were like, yeah, we need to ban you because you threw up a sign, I'd be like, I don't care, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But if like my job fired me because of a misunderstanding, then I'd get pissed. What are you looking for?
So it turns out that Wrigley Field security officers responded to the seat where the fan had been sitting but was already gone. The fan was not a season ticket holder and had purchased a ticket through StubHub. Team officials said they tried to reach him by phone several times on Wednesday, but he never answered.
So they went out of their way to.
They ultimately sent him a letter letting him know that the team had banned him from the venue. Fuck. So they didn't even talk to the fucker. What kind of bullshit is
So
that?
there was. So what did they investigate?
Nothing.
If I was him, I'd say fuck the Cubs.
Exactly. Like
I'd become a Cardinals fan now.
I don't
I would start attending Kane County Cougar games.
it's like it's okay that they banned him because it's their right to ban him. It's private property, whatever the fuck you want to do, but still I think it's petty as fuck.
Bulls games are much better anyway. So are Hawks games.
Yeah, any other sport is much better.
Yeah, I mean it's baseball. Trust me, you're not missing much.
Yeah, all it does is go to sleep at the games.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, look. Here's the thing. Look, I went to the game, and I was excited to stay awake, and I tried because the seats we got were like in the section we were at was like at the very last row, so it was very convenient. So I didn't have to I could just stand up
Yeah,
by
yeah.
where all you guys were, and we had there was like a hot dog stand off to the left, and there was like the beer
Was right
vendor was
there.
like right behind us. So it was very convenient. So I got a beer, pounded that, got a hot dog, pounded that, got another beer, pounded that, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna stand here. But then one of our friends, she's like, oh, just sit down, sit down. I'm like, all right, fine. So I sat down. As soon as I sat down, it was fucking game
the
over.
lights out.
I was like, lights
But
out.
you woke up for the good part, for the ending.
Yeah, I did. I woke up for the good part. So it's all
Woke-
good.
Like the seventh inning stretch. Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah.
they ended up winning that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see the problem.
No problem at all.
So yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to the next game I go to.
So you fall asleep.
So I can fall asleep.
So I guess be careful when you go to a Cubs game. Don't make any racial hand gestures.
Even though I honestly don't think it was racial. But that's just me. Maybe Pancho and I are both fools to not believe it, but I don't
You're
think it was.
fools.
You're just saying that because
You're a fool.
You're a Sox fan.
Both of
I
you
know
are-
I'm not. Even if it was the Sox banning,
You're a fool, junkyard.
banning him,
You're
I
a
thought-
fool.
I think it's
You're a
stupid.
fool in a man's shoes.
where's that from?
DJ Khaled.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fool. I'm a fool in a man's shoes.
You played yourself.
You played yourself.
What do you call it? Even if it was the Sox, then I'd say it was stupid and petty.
I'm sure that guy doesn't care. He bought the tickets off of StubHub. He's like, whatever. I was
They
just,
probably cost him like $10.
yeah. I was just trying to kill an evening.
Right. What if he's like a diehard Cubs fan?
I'd feel bad for him then. But at the same time,
If he's diehard, would he be buying off StubHub?
Yeah.
Would he have season tickets?
I mean, just
Not-
because you're a diehard
then
fan
he's-
doesn't mean
then
you're
he's
not
not that diehard,
rich.
no.
also,
Then he's not
how
diehard.
hard is it to?
You don't need to be rich to have season tickets.
Yeah,
I
you
know
do.
plenty of people that have season tickets and they're not rich
Like who?
because they have season tickets.
Also, like
Because how expensive they are.
you worked.
Fucking
You
Dr.
worked,
Cologne's got 2 sets of season tickets.
you
Bears
worked at
and
a
Bulls.
stadium junkyard. Did you have a ban list? And also, how can you enforce it?
You don't. You have one, but you can't fucking enforce it. They have like a list of and pictures of people that are banned. But you gotta think about it.
There's so many people.
There's so many fucking people walking through the door. It's like the only way,
That they can enforce it is if someone recognizes.
not necessarily that, like even like
Even then, you got to be 100% because, like, at my
Right.
job, like I catch shoplifters for a living, and I have to remember the ones that like And sometimes I'm like, is that guy? Like,
Right.
I have a picture of him. I'm like, is that him? And I don't know.
Right.
So if there's like hundreds of people coming in the door, it has to
Right.
be impossible.
It is impossible. And the thing is, the only way that they can really enforce it is like, say I'm on the ban list and I do some stupid shit to like have security involved. Then they take me down to the office, whatever, and then they check my ID, and then they realize that I'm on the ban list. Then they can do something about it. Then I'm trespassing.
So basically, like if you just go there, keep a low profile, they're not
Yeah.
gonna fucking know.
No,
but if
fuck
you go
no.
there, start some shit, and they gotta look at your
Right.
ID, then
Right.
okay, this motherfucker's been banned.
Right.
So in other words, it's more like a
It's
it's like when you're playing video games, it's a soft ban. It's not a hard ban. It's not a hard ban where they ban your fucking your PlayStation ID. You're just fucked forever.
Right.
It's a soft ban. Okay, cool. Now I understand.
I mean,
When you
technically it's a
put
hard
it-
ban, but they can't enforce it. So it's
it's a
like
soft ban.
it's like a medium ban.
It's a medium ban.
It's soft as in they're not going to catch you, but if you do something stupid, they will prosecute you. Type
I
thing.
bet you he's been in the 3 games after that.
Probably he probably had tickets for the next. He probably didn't answer because he was at the game.
He was at the next game. That's hilarious.
So it's stupid.
So
It's stupid.
Cubs, you're a fucking joke.
Yep.
So do you think that
White Sox are a joke too, but not because you ban people, because you suck.
do you think that ban was more so as a deterrent
But I still
from,
love the White Sox,
from other
FYI.
people to? I mean, obviously he didn't do anything wrong, but do you think it's a deterrent for like the Cubs? Like, hey, don't do anything.
Pelicans get number 1 pick. FYI. What were you
Oh,
saying?
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
did they?
Zion.
But AD's gone though, right?
I don't know. Is he?
It was supposedly his last season, right? He even wore a shirt. On
Well,
his,
they say they're going Zion, but they obviously haven't picked yet. But they got number 1 pick in the draft.
RJ Barrett? Fuck no. Anyway, point is Zion's going number 1 to the Pelicans.
Number
I guess.
2, Memphis Grizzlies. Number 3, New York Knicks. Number 3, LA Lakers. Number 5, Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 6, Phoenix Suns. Number 7, your Chicago Bulls.
Nice. 7th. That's not terrible. But I'm pretty sure we'll find a way to fuck it up.
he's talking about the NBA draft for those who.
Yeah, it's not that. It's whatever. Moving on.
Everybody was only excited about. I mean, I don't keep up with college basketball. I just know Zion.
Nobody keeps up with fucking college basketball.
College basketball's a fucking joke.
I would rather watch baseball
Don't watch college
than watch
basketball.
college any sport.
I just don't.
Because I would rather watch professional anything than some fucking kids.
yeah.
You know what's
practicing
worse?
their fucking hobby.
You know what's worse than college basketball?
The WNBA.
No,
Women's college?
college baseball.
Oh, nice, yeah.
They don't even have their games like nationally
yeah, they do.
televised.
The
do
big
they?
ones they do. Yeah, like the
Oh,
ginormous ones. You know what's worse than college baseball?
I mean, what's more exciting than watching some fucking kid throw like 60 miles an hour as opposed to 100 from a fucking professional?
you know what's worse than college baseball?
what?
College softball.
You know what's worse than college softball? College t-ball.
That's a lot because on Friday we went to B Dubs. You and Mr. Chu were watching women's softball.
I wasn't watching
That's
it.
different. Women's sports are very entertaining. Have you ever watched women's soccer, especially the Sweden national?
No.
Oh my god.
No, but did you see Alex Morgan's on Sports Illustrated? Baby in swimsuit edition. Fuck, love me some Alex Morgan. God damn,
I don't know who that is.
she's like the face
I love me some
of
Kristen
U.S.
Leahy.
women's soccer.
You should watch her show on FS1. Awesome show.
You know, speaking of college sports, you know what's really funny? One day I was at work and like there's a lot of tourists at my old store, and they came in and they're like, and we have a section where it was a bunch of Chicago sports team, like Cubs gear, Bulls gear, everything. They were like, "Oh, I don't see any Chicago.
Wolves.
I don't see any like Chicago college teams. You guys don't have that here." I'm like, "No, we have like real teams." And
we have professional teams.
Yeah, we have-
we don't fucking have no fuck. We don't care about college.
Yeah.
If you want college, you gotta go to that
Yeah,
school to
I'm
buy.
like,
go to their
we're-
fucking bookstore.
we're not like Nebraska. We just don't
Right.
have like a football team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're all about the Cornhuskers in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Because that's all they have.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when I know we have real teams.
You know what's a fucking joke? What's even more of a joke is people that argue tooth and nail about how college sports is so much better than professional sports. College basketball is better than the NBA. College football is better than the NFL.
One of the biggest things I hear is that they're like, "Oh, it's more exciting because there's less defense." I'm like, "Oh, so you mean they're terrible?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what I tell them. It's like it's more exciting. I'm like, it's exciting because all they do is play fucking zone.
Yeah.
They play zone in college because they can't play man to man. And if they were so fucking good, why aren't they all making the NBA? Because they suck.
They do suck.
It's like how many players from college make it to the NBA?
A fraction.
A fraction of it. Same thing with the NFL.
And out of that fraction, they make it to the NBA. How many of them are actually good in the NBA?
Looking at you, Anthony Bennett, right? Yeah, he was drafted by the Cavs.
Number 1.
And I don't
played a few games, went to the D League, and I think he's out of the league.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about it because I saw a list of all the draft picks that the Cavs had in there.
Remember that Slam cover of the two best not college, high school players?
It was
LeBron and who was the other fucking the other Jamoke?
Fucking Sebastian Telfair.
Yeah. What a fucking joke.
They were supposedly like the top 2 players in the country in high school, and they were ready to take the NBA by storm.
Only one of
they
them
were
did.
right about one of them. The other one fucking fizzed out after a few seasons.
Yeah, that's another reason why, like, when people get excited about the draft, it's like it doesn't guarantee they're going to be great.
Right.
Like,
Well, look at the year.
Andrew Wiggins was drafted number
Right.
1 a few years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Bum.
Even look at like the Bulls. Like their last number 1 pick was Derrick Rose, which he had a decent like beginning of the career, but
And now he's a bum.
he's a bum. And even look at who was taken second, Michael Beasley.
Take it easy on
He's
the
a
Rose.
fucking bum.
Michael Beasley.
Now he's
is
a
in-
bum with no heart. That's even worse.
Wait,
than
who are we talking about, Michael Beasley or
no? I'm talking about fucking Derrick
Derrick
Rose.
Rose? Oh.
What's worse than a bum? A bum with no heart, with no TWTW.
Yeah,
That is an acronym for the will to
He
win.
had a come-up season
No.
last season
Yeah,
with the Wolves.
yeah. He had a. We live in a society where what have
He
you done
scored
for
a
me lately?
50-point
What
game.
have you done for me lately? Yeah, he scored 50 points for like what the Minnesota Timberwolves. How far did that get him? Not even to the playoffs.
I mean, he can't carry
No, he can't.
Big Cat on his back.
Exactly. You're right. He cannot carry a team ever.
He'll
Can't
get
even-
a-
can't
he's
even
a-
ca- he can't even carry the weight of his own fucking.
I think he's only 30 years old. He'll be. He's not. He will never be the player that he
No, he's
wants.
done.
He'll never be the.
He's
not done.
he's
He could be a
fucking
role
done.
player.
It's 'cause he got baby
fucking
knees.
Done.
He'll never be the player he was, but he
His
could be.
knees can't even carry his own weight.
He could be a nice Raymond Felton for somebody.
For those that don't know, Raymond Felton is a
bum.
is a bum.
He's a journeyman.
He's a journeyman is a nice way of saying bum.
You're right. It is a nice way of
It's a
saying
nice way
bum.
of saying he's a bum. You know who else is a fucking journeyman? Zaza Pachulia. He's a fucking bum.
I don't like Zaza Pachulia. He's an asshole. But
Derrick Rose, bum. Thank you for those few good years. We love you for it. Get the fuck out of here. You're a bum now.
what if
We live in a society of what have you done for me lately?
What if in a perfect world, this summer, Derrick Rose went to some German doctor, got some
Robo ACL.
something done to his knees, came back somehow because for some reason people are always like, yeah, wouldn't it be great if Derrick Rose came back to the Bulls? I'm like, I don't know if that's
No.
gonna happen.
Bro,
But
what about Bulls number 1 pick, Tyrese Thomas?
But what if he
That fucking
Derrick Rose
That guy was a
comes-
bum.
if Derrick Rose comes back and he takes the Bulls further than they've been in a while?
That's
would
not saying
you,
much.
Would you be
By taking them further, would you mean
Okay,
like
let's-
Making the playoffs.
no? Instead of being like 10th
Let's
in the
say-
East, they'd be 9th in the East.
Let's say Eastern Finals.
Let's first of all, okay, he would not
But
only
would you or would you not jump on his dick?
Yes.
okay. So if Derrick Rose came back, had like
By some
and
miracle.
by some miracle, he had German doctors reconstruct his knees, and his ankles because
Like-
they're bum ankles too.
like the bionic man.
Basically, they cut off the bottom half of his torso
Uh-huh.
and replace it with robotic parts because that's the only way they would not.
But they
break
keep
it.
his dick, right? Because it's really big.
I mean,
I don't know.
I,
We're not talking about that, Chuck.
sure, whatever.
So I hear.
So anyway, Derrick Rose comes back, decides to not be a bum, and he leads the Bulls to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Would I jump on his dick?
Yeah.
On his robo dick because it'd be
No, the part thing he cut off.
a real dick?
Yeah, it'd be a real dick.
I would be dick riding very hard. I would go out, I would buy a Derrick Rose jersey. I would be like,
I still have his bobblehead
I
on my
would be
desk.
singing his praises and how I've been a fan since day one. If that were to happen, because I am a fan of winners.
Makes sense.
But it's never
I
gonna
have
happen,
no-
right?
It's not gonna happen. But if it happens, I have no problem jumping ship. I have no problem jumping on any bandwagon because I am a fan of winners. And if he can come, if he can come back, which is a mild.
So who are you a fan of right now?
Who am I a fan of right now? I am a fan
I like.
of Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi Leonard is a winner.
He is a winner.
I like any team that's not Golden State. I like Portland. Damian Lillard's finally making it to the prom.
No,
He's going to the Western Conference.
that's not the fucking prom.
That's
Prom is the fucking finals.
the furthest they've gotten.
yeah. He's going.
See, Mom's got low standards.
Okay.
That's not low standards. Just
Fuck it. Okay.
It's-
The Western Conference Finals is more like homecoming. Yeah, it's a dance.
Okay.
Yeah, you might remember it, but no one's really gonna remember it.
okay. Fair enough.
And they're gonna get bounced.
The
so it
Western
doesn't matter.
Conference Finals is the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
No one's gonna remember.
No one's gonna fucking remember it.
I just think Damian Lillard is a great player, and he's very clutch. And hopefully, I mean, they're not going to win,
No,
but
they're gonna get bounced in like 6 games, tops. I mean, maybe they might win 1 or 2. So I'm saying
I actually had
Warriors in 5 or 6.
I actually had when Kevin Durant got hurt for those couple games, I had some respect for Golden State because they pulled out a W without
Without
him. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, you gotta remember they won a championship.
Yeah, without him.
No, still, but
It's basically the same team they won with, except
you go from
Without
having like a powerhouse on your team to like not having him. You know, dynamic shit. You guys don't fucking play basketball. You don't know what you're.
When
you
was the
don't
last
need-
time you touched a
Look,
basketball
I bet
or a basketball shaped object?
Listen, I don't want to get
touches
into
his
it with the
stomach all the time.
guys.
Dude, get him off! You.
I don't want to.
He, you know what he said?
Huh? What'd you say?
nothing.
Oh, you heard him.
You just said something.
I asked, when's the last time you touched a basketball or a basketball shaped object?
Yeah.
And Junker said he touches his stomach all the time.
Is that what you said?
He went straight for your head, dog.
How come you didn't say it loud enough?
I did. You were too busy, like, not paying attention. You were too busy, like, talking about Kevin Durant or some shit. Who fucking knows?
All right, man. Okay. You watch yourself. You hear me?
I'm listening.
Okay, I just want you to look out.
Anyway, I was actually speaking of something. We brought something up. I don't remember. Something about Game of Thrones. Because even though I just like jumped in my head, but I don't remember what it was now. Not that we got off topic.
All right, well, moving on. This is not an NBA podcast.
Thank you for wasting everybody's time with that.
This is not a sports podcast.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's what he does. He just wastes people's time.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I remember. You gotta give Tony props.
Why?
He's leading our predictions for this season's Game of Thrones. He's in first place.
Are you
so
talking
far.
about the?
Like the who dies, who becomes a wife.
So like so our friend Turok made a little
I
like
know the
questionnaire.
Game of Thrones poll, or
Yeah, and
I-
you had to predict like if people died, certain people died, certain people turned white, certain people like fights and things like that. They just
If
predicted
they live,
what was
they
going to
die,
happen.
They become a White Walker. I think who wins between the
Hound and the Mountain.
and
there was
just a
only
bunch of-
one major
Who
character
killed
that
Cersei? Huh?
turned into a right? It was
Lyanna
Lyanna
Mormont.
Mormont. That was it. That was the only person.
Yeah.
It was Liana, I think Ed from the.
Oh
Night
yeah, that's right.
Watch.
Ed did turn into a white,
Oh yeah.
Those were like,
but he wasn't. I don't think
yeah.
Ed wasn't even in the questionnaire.
Probably
I
not.
don't remember.
But anyway, Tony's killing it. He's got the highest point so far.
And I don't,
With
I don't
one-
even,
with
I don't
one
even-
episode
I don't-
left.
I don't even remember half the answers I put.
I was
It's on
gonna
that
say
sheet.
to you.
The only one I remember putting the Tormund lives, and as soon as he's like, oh, I'm leaving, I'm like, oh, he's safe.
Yep.
He's not even gonna go fight. He's just gonna go to the north with Ghost, and since they can't afford Ghost anymore, that's the last we're gonna see of Tormund. So he's gonna stay alive.
That was that secured your bet.
That's the key up.
That actually, I wonder. I mean, not to get back into Game of Thrones, but I want those characters are done then, right?
Yeah.
Tormund,
Yeah, I mean,
Sam.
And like the thing about our sheet, I know Turok probably is listening to this. Like, I guess anything could happen, but like there's like at least on my answers, I put a shit ton of people that turned into whites, and they're still not like redded out. Like the Night King's dead. I don't think there's any more fucking whites coming, man. Like I think you could just go ahead and just go mark those all wrong.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But that's whatever.
yeah. I don't know who I.
What does the winner win? Or
Oh, it's
We all
pool.
put in $10, so like whatever the total is, I don't know what the fuck total is. Shout out to Bernard. He is doing terrible. He's him and your brother's wife are in last place.
Oh damn. I mean, it's kind of impressive to get them like you think that just like by the law.
Oh wait,
of
are you in
averages-
first place or is your brother in first place? Hold on.
I was.
It's
in
one
first
of you.
place.
It's one. Maybe you were, and now you're not. Maybe it's your brother that's in first place now.
I was in first place as of last episode. I don't know after this episode.
No, I think you're not. I think actually now I think I'm ahead of you now because I was you were in front of me. I'm lying. You're right. It's not you. It's your brother. Shout out to Rudy.
Because I do
He's in
remember.
first
I do
place.
remember like when we were talking about it. He told me like I was in first place, and then I don't know what happened this episode. So
No, I think you're actually not in first place anymore. I think it's Rudy. Rudy's doing great, and his wife is doing terrible. Which is, I wonder if
Well-
they just picked opposites.
Well,
like
by-
you say
yeah,
this,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
this.
yeah.
By proxy, the,
Divide and conquer. That is smart.
By
That
proxy,
is
the
very
money's gonna
smart.
go to her,
because
too.
technically the money.
Yeah. So Rudy's got 19 right.
I mean,
Tony has
the money will probably be better in her hands, anyways.
Tony has 10. It's not terrible. I have 11. Mr. Bernard has 6. Terrible. Hey, Turok's not doing so great himself. He made this fucking quiz 7.
You know. I wonder how many you'd have right if you just pick everyone as alive. Like if you just go straight down, everyone's alive instead of dying.
Well, not a lot, I don't think. Because I think what you should have done really was put everybody dead, and I think you'd have more right that way than if you put everybody was alive. Personally, I think.
Is there a limit to how many you could pick?
No. Well, it went on the list, so like it just gave you names, and you got to pick white, dead, or alive. That's it. You just went down the list and just picked what you thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
And then there's some like you get like 5 points if you can guess who ends up on the Iron Throne.
No, I think that's 10. I think that's the
it
highest.
10?
Yeah, I think that was 10.
Ooh.
I think that's the highest.
My answer's looking pretty good now.
Can you share your answer?
I think I put Jon Snow.
You did put Jon Snow. Did you put Jon Snow?
I put Jon Snow. Yeah.
I think your brother put Jon Snow. And he misspelled it.
Oh,
put-
doesn't count.
He put Jon Snew.
Sorry, character doesn't exist.
But he put Jon Snew / Aegon Targaryen.
So you know what?
No, he's misspelled Targaryen. he put Aegon Targaryen.
Was he fucking drunk when he did that? So you know
So
what?
he loses automatically.
No, he loses automatically.
Jon Snew
Because there is no
Aegon Targaryen.
There is
doesn't
no
exist.
Jon Snow.
How did he spell snoo?
Snew. Snew.
You know what? That answer is null and void. Null and void.
Yeah, because everybody else was capable of spelling it right, except for him.
You know what that means? That's it. It's like Jeopardy. If you don't spell it right on Final Jeopardy, nope, doesn't count.
Or with that video, I don't know if you guys seen it. This guy was playing Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, and he said Sanic. Oh, that was
no,
Jeopardy.
no, not that. That was. Are you talking about Danky King?
Danky King. Who is Danky King?
There was one where this guy he got all the letters right, and it was a person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was the mythological.
mythological. Whatever.
The
Achilles.
Yeah, the mythological hero Achilles.
Achilles.
And it got really quiet. They're like, nope,
Nope.
sorry, it's Achilles.
No. He didn't say nope. That is incorrect. Then the next person, legendary blah 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 Achilles. Ding ding ding.
Achilles.
But he was like so like
Yeah, he was.
he was like legendary blah blah Achilles.
I would have been pissed. I would have walked off.
So that's how my brother's gonna lose.
Yeah,
'cause
Jon
he's like,
Snow.
and on the Iron Throne is my brother Jon Snow. That is incorrect. I mean Aegon Targaryen. That is also incorrect. Jon Snow. But I think I put Jon Snow.
I don't think he's gonna be on the throne. I think he's gonna die.
So you think that Daenerys is gonna end up on the
No,
Iron
I
Throne?
think she's dying too.
So you think Samuel Tarly's gonna end up on the Iron
Fuck
Throne?
no.
My guess, I guess if I'd have to say Sansa, maybe.
Yep, that's what I put. I put Sansa. That's my
Wait,
guess.
did I put-
And I'm the only person who guessed it, so maybe I could
So
pull out
high
a
risk,
win.
high reward.
Maybe I could pull out a W. There's only 3 answers there that nobody guessed: Sansa, Tyrion, and Samwell. Those are the only like standalone answers. Everybody, like the majority was Jon Snow. Like almost everybody put like 90% was not Jon Snow. But that's too predictable.
But one person put Jon Snow.
One person put Jon Snow. He
That's-
should have
that's-
just went all wrong and just put Jan
Yeah.
Snow.
That's Ned Stark's other bastard.
But anyway, yeah. I was gonna, you know what I was actually gonna put? It was between Sansa and Gendry, because Gendry has a claim too, especially if Daenerys dies.
That's true because the reason she made him a lord because if he's a lord
Right.
of like the Stormlands, then he
Right?
has no
And he's
cl-
Gendry
he gives up his
Baratheon.
claim. But if she dies,
Well,
If-
he could still be a lord.
I'm saying, but if she dies
Right.
and that lordship gets nullified, then he can have a claim.
No, it'd be the other way around.
Yeah,
but
She has to technically. Well, he still has to be because he was Gendry.
he was Robert's bastard.
Right, he was Robert's bastard, so he has no claim because he's a bastard. But Well, actually, I guess he would have a claim,
He
right?
would have a claim,
He would
yeah.
have a claim, but it doesn't matter. Either, but she made him a Baratheon, so she still. I guess his claim would be even stronger.
Yeah, but she also made him a lord of the.
It doesn't matter. He can still be a king and a lord.
But
No.
also,
Or have
No, because he
be a
said.
lord and become
Remember,
a king.
they were talking, and he's like, the reason you made him a lord, or the reason you gave.
Well,
him
so
this-
she could kneel to him. He can kneel to her.
Yeah,
be
it's-
loyal.
so
But
be loyal.
if she dies, does that make her lordship of him null?
Well, I guess it wouldn't matter anyway, right? Because the whole reason they wanted to kill him was because he had
or what
a
if,
stronger
what if she
claim than
dies,
Joffrey.
He keeps his lordship, and that only strengthens his claim.
It does. Yeah. Either way, he could still.
I don't
take
think
the
you
throne.
understand the complexities of Westeros politics, Junkyard.
I do, and I think
I mean, you
it was between Sansa and Gendry,
it's
and I
like-
picked Sansa.
No, see, you seem to have a thorough understanding of these like fantasy artillery machines,
Yes.
but yet fantasy politics is like
No,
beyond you.
fantasy politics is. I'm right there with it. It's like I practically live in Westeros. I feel like Mamba. Oh, I'm
Well-
a dictionary or an encyclopedia of Game of Thrones, and he was terrible at Game of Thrones trivia.
Dude, get him off you.
If you were a Game of Thrones character, you'd probably be Caster
Shut up, Samwell.
from Caster's Keep. Very ancestral.
It's fine. I get to fuck mad bitches.
Who are your daughters?
That is
That's fine.
no, that's not.
Mad
that's
bitches.
Gross. I mean, they're bitches nonetheless. Again,
All right, this is not a Game of Thrones podcast.
Yeah,
There's
it
already,
should be.
There's already a Game of Thrones podcast out there. It's called Citadel Dropouts, I think.
What?
Yeah.
What are they gonna-
a Game of Thrones podcast?
I don't listen to.
what are they
show
gonna do when?
podcasts.
when it ends.
Yeah.
They gotta move on to the next show.
Also, what do they do when it's like?
Off seasons.
Yeah,
I fucking talk about what they think is gonna happen next season. I don't fucking know.
every episode.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what good is having a show podcast? Am I gonna want the next show? Fucking, we're gonna turn this Game of Thrones podcast into
don't you
Ballers
remember when
podcast.
We were looking at our website. Where do we have our site hosted on? What?
Lipson.
Lipson.
Libsyn. And wasn't like the one of the highest ones was like a Supergirl podcast.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously,
No, not the super. I think it was Ray Donovan. The Ray Donovan podcast.
but
one of the
there was
highest
a Supergirl one that was like it had a shitload of
Yeah.
fucking listeners. I mean, so obviously there's a
ones. There's a market for it.
demographic.
Yeah.
There is a market for it.
Oh, FYI, speaking of podcasts, I listened to that Sword and Scale podcast you told me about. It is fucked up.
Oh, the
Really
one with the
fucked
fucking
up.
the ventriloquist one.
Yeah.
Episode 20.
Yeah,
Isn't it fucked up?
it's super fucked up.
Yeah.
It's even more fucked. Like, so I'm kind of like.
Well, give some context, because
Well, Tony already talked about it in the previous episode.
but people probably don't remember.
Tony, tell him.
So, Sword and Scale is like this.
It's a true crime
podcast, and this particular episode, they talk about this one guy who was he was like a ventriloquist for this kids show,
Christian kid show.
a Christian kids show.
Worse.
Yeah, so
Right, just imagine that.
surprise. So he's a ventriloquist for this. I can't remember the name of it. Was it Joy Junction or something?
Yes, yeah, that's what it was.
So he was a ventriloquist, and as it turns out, he was arrested for
Child pornography.
Child pornography. But that wasn't the most most
Disturbing
disturbing part.
thing
The
about
most disturbing part was they found like audio, not audio.
No,
they
audio.
found-
It was
they found
chats.
transcripts.
Chats.
They found chat logs,
Transcripts. Is a better
transcripts,
word.
yeah, transcripts, chat logs about these conversations
I'm like an Alamac.
between.
Alamac.
Yeah, that's, he knows what he said. He is exactly right. So they found these transcripts, and they basically uses these robotic voices
To read them.
to read the whole transcript, to read all these conversations,
Right.
and they are some fucking disturbing
Yeah, they are.
conversations. It's basically about like
About eating kids.
killing,
Raping.
Well, the
eating, and raping
ventriloquist. The ventriloquist was talking to somebody else about
About eating
their
kids.
experiences. The person he was talking to was saying how they killed kids and then ate them.
Right.
And then the ventriloquist is saying, "Oh, I want to do the same thing." He was just getting tips.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what made it creepier for me, which at first I was like, I figured like, oh, so they use robotic voices to read the transcripts. At first I'm like, I'm sure they're using it so they don't give credence and make it even creepier if it was real people. But that made it even fucking creepier because it's like
Yeah.
these robotic, like weird, like voices. It's like, oh,
and they're going, and like the thing is, like there's been a lot of debate on whether or not these this stuff really happened. Like
Yeah.
maybe it could have just been, it's online. People always make shit up, or it could be just sick people living out their fantasies or talking about shit they
Right.
would do, or stuff like that. But the level of detail and intricacy that they describe some of these events is like
It's terrible.
fucking disturbing as shit. It's like
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you might just be blowing smoke trying to get your rocks off by talking about doing shit like this, but the way he like
Described it.
the way he describes it is like, and he gives them tips like, oh, you should try doing this or
Right.
this. I'm like, what the actual
So
fuck?
at the beginning of the podcast, there's a little disclaimer saying like this is like the most graphic podcast we've ever made. Like if you're not, if you can't handle it, you should probably not listen to this episode. Blah blah. And I'm like, it's a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
How bad can it be?
You're like, I'm somebody
it's-
that could have molested kids,
But I didn't.
but I did.
So
Oh, you're in the same boat.
no, he's got some fucked up shit in his closet. And I'm like, how bad can it be? It's a podcast. Like, it's audio podcast. It's not video. It's audio. Like, whoever gets, like, disturbed by this is a bitch.
The one thing
Well, I guess
that-
I'm a bitch because, like, because I was listening to my way home, and when I got home, I'm like, I don't think I can listen to this anymore. Luckily, when I got home, I'm like, oh, I don't have to listen to it anymore. I listened to it the following day. I continued it on my way to work, but I'm like, but I needed that break. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, fuck,
yeah,
man.
I actually didn't listen to the whole thing in one sitting. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's
think
fucked
I
up.
think I listened to it like I forgot where I was going, but yeah, I listened to it. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then I was at home and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, dude, it's
Fuck, it's-
pretty fucking bad.
Sword and Scale episode 20.
Don't listen to it.
Don't listen to it.
Listen to our podcast.
Listen to our
Yeah.
podcast. Ours is.
Not that bad.
Ours-
It'll make you sick, but
I mean,
because of the stupid shit we say.
it's a shitty podcast, but I mean, we won't make you ill.
Right.
One
That-
of
that
the
shit was
things that was
fucked up.
creepy about it is
We'll make
that
you sick, but we won't make you ill.
obviously they were talking about Tony said, the guy claimed that these were just fantasy role playing. But one of the things that they really creeped me out was that they were talking about killing kids and eating them, but they made it really sexual.
Yeah, well, that's what they were. That's the way they talked about it.
And then they're talking about strategies like, oh, like how to like if you ever like if you wanna grab a kid, you should definitely check out
The trailer park.
Trailer
check out
park.
trailer parks. Kids are usually not supervised there, or low
Yeah.
income neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn.
Like when they were, the one guy was telling the ventriloquist how to pick out your kid, he'd be like, yeah, find one you like. He's like, yeah, I've been going to parks and I've been looking at ones that look tasty. There's this one boy in shorts. He looks
Yeah.
like he has a nice bottom and I'd like to eat it.
Yeah.
I'm like, gross, man. It's one thing to be a cannibal, but a pedophile cannibal?
But I
A
guess so,
pedophile rapist cannibal?
Yeah.
It's like, are you just going down? Are you trying to check off all the boxes?
and he was also a necrophiliac. So he not only was a racist,
Oh, man,
he like
it was
fucking
just
dead.
Like
Kids.
like how many boxes can you check off for one
He's
sick
like the
individual?
probably the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst.
There's some people out there.
What
Terrible.
was that? What was that one show when it's like they're having like some meeting and they're like and then they write down on the fucking whiteboard. He's like, "What's worse than this?" And he writes down
Is
rapist.
it Office, right?
He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "No, that wasn't the Office." He's like, "What's worse than a rapist?" I'm like, "Huh?" People are like thinking, and then they flip it over and it says child rapist, but the guy's like, "A child." yeah.
Oh, that wasn't a.
Was that like?
It was like a internet video or something,
Oh, okay.
a YouTube video.
I thought it was pretty funny.
But that was a very disturbing podcast. I'm not really a big fan of those true crime.
They're interesting.
Yeah, I know they are interesting, but I'm like,
You get sad.
I just don't. No, not that I get sad. I'm not really into it.
I mean, it's not depressing, but
Especially because they're true stories. So it's kind of fucked up.
it's just weird how
Well, there's some fucked up.
it's
shit going on in the
interesting to
world.
hear how terrible people can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was one I was listening to. There was this bus in Canada. It was like one of those travel buses, like a Greyhound bus, but this Asian guy just like snapped on the bus, took out a knife, and then basically decapitated the guy next to him.
What the fuck?
Oh, I think I read about that.
I think I read about that
And
too.
he
a long
started
time ago.
like eating him.
That was a long time ago, right?
So the people stopped the bus and they had to sit there and wait for the authorities to show up in the middle of nowhere as this guy is like on the bus eating his neighbor. Like out of nowhere. They were like, "Why'd you do it?" He was like, "I don't know. I just..." And apparently he's like out and about. Canada let him go. He changed his name and he's just walking around.
Did he really? Oh, see, I never followed
I'll
up on
fucking
that
look
story,
this
but
up.
that's fun. I do remember reading about that like a few years ago. That shit was fucking.
So
crazy.
obviously I don't like. I think these are terrible acts, But to know that there's people out there who could do the worst things on a mind, like think about these things.
Tim McLean, is that what's the one?
I don't remember the names.
Man who beheaded bus passenger.
Yeah,
Granted total
riding
freedom.
a Greyhound in Canada.
Oh yeah, granted total freedom. I forgot why. There's just like this law or something, and they.
I'm looking it up. Wikipedia, baby. Vincent Lee, that's his name. Singaporean football player. Oh, that's a different Vincent Lee. But his name is the guy that did it was Vincent Lee. Killing of Tim McLean occurred in the evening of July 30th, 2008. McLean, a 22-year-old Canadian man, was stabbed, beheaded, and cannibalized while riding a Greyhound bus about 19 miles west of Portage La Prairie, Manitoba, traveling the Trans-Canada Highway on March 5th, 2009. McLean's killer, the 40-year-old Chinese-Canadian Vincent Wei-Lang Lee.
Why did you emphasize Canadian? Like that was the worst part about his title.
I know,
The
right?
41-year-old Canadian.
Commonly just called Vince Lee, born April 30th, 1968, was found not to be criminally responsible for murder and was remanded to high-security mental health facility in Selkirk, Manitoba, where he was detained until his release on May 8th, 2015.
So yeah, you got.
So, here we go. Hold on.
Are you gonna read everything?
So it says, no, on July 31st, 2008 and 1:30, the suspect attempted to escape the bus by breaking through the window. Well, he was shot with a taser twice, handcuffed, placed in the back of the police cruiser. Parts of the victim's body placed in plastic bags was retrieved by the bus. Oh my God. But I don't know about this kid. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Trial. Lee's trial commenced in 3rd, 2009. Lee pleading not criminally responsible, a.k.a. insanity defense. This means he accepted that the offense occurred, but claimed that he was unable to form a necessary mental element. The psychiatrist said that Lee performed the attack because God's voice told him McLean was a force of evil and it was about to execute him. The presiding judge, John Scurfield, accepted the diagnosis and ruled that Lee was not criminally responsible for the killing. Lee remanded to Selkirk Mental Health Center. Fuck.
This is not a true crime.
This
podcast.
is not a true crime podcast.
It should be.
But don't ever fucking take a Greyhound.
Yeah.
Go Megabus.
If you.
It's ghetto as fuck, but no one will eat you
Well, if it's ghetto as fuck, how do you know they're not going to eat
because not a Greyhound.
you? I'm going to look up this Vincent kid.
Vincent Lee.
Yeah, Vincent.
heard he-
Holy shit, what was the first thing that came up?
I bet you people Google him.
Was that him?
Yeah.
That looks like a cannibal, yeah.
So if you see this guy roaming around, don't fucking talk to him.
I mean,
Don't sit next to. If you're in a Greyhound bus. and
don't
you're
sit to. Okay, like well, obviously he's what, Chinese?
I think so. I think.
Chinese
I mean,
Canadian.
So just to be safe, don't sit next to any Asian passengers on a fucking Greyhound.
That's racist.
Hey man, I think who said it best? Was it Muhammad Ali? Who's like, he's like, look, if you put me in a room full of snakes and you tell me that only like a handful of them are poisonous and the rest aren't, and I shouldn't be afraid, I'm just not gonna go in that room at all, or something like that. I probably totally botched it, but anyway, the point is, better safe than sorry.
I think it was him that said, "You fool me once,
Shame on you.
you."
Fool me twice,
You're
are
not gonna
not
fool me
gonna
You're not
fool me
gonna fool me.
twice. In the great words of George W.
I mean, he was the best president to ever live.
He was.
Let's move on, shall we?
Let's shall.
Your button's not working. Oh, it was a delay.
A little bit.
Do you have any uplifting news after that
I do.
depressing true crime?
Sure do. Danish politician goes to Pornhub looking for votes.
There we
This
go.
is what we need.
There's a forward thinker right there.
Joe Chim B. Olsen, an Olympic shot put silver medalist running to be a member of Denmark's parliament, placed a campaign ad on Pornhub. He, in Copenhagen, Denmark, while most candidates for Denmark's general election are making good use of the internet, posting their promises on websites and social media, one has gone a step further. Joe, I don't know if I'm probably botching his name, Joe Chim B. Olsen, an Olympic shot put silver medalist who has been a member of the Folketing for the Center of Right Liberal Alliance since 2011, placed an ad bearing the party logo and encouraging people to vote for him on one of the world's top adult websites, Pornhub. On his official Facebook profile, Olsen confirmed that he was responsible for the ad. Yes, it's me on Pornhub. Olsen told Denmark's BT newspaper Sunday that election campaigns are serious, but there must be also some humor. The June 5th elections are being held on schedule at the end of the parliament's 4-year term. So if you guys live in Denmark, vote for Joachim B. Olsen.
That's actually some good thinking. That is a market that is untapped.
You know who should put their ads on Pornhub?
We should do that.
We should do that.
You know, that's not. We wouldn't be the first. I think I talked about it on this podcast, but like sometimes people know that stuff will get pulled off of YouTube. So I think when there was like leaked footage of the last Fallout game,
They
I think
put it on
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
they put it on Pornhub.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's smart. It's a YouTube. In terms of if you're talking about like websites where you could watch videos, there's YouTube and then there's Pornhub. That's like their only competitor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not put it on Pornhub?
Yeah, and it won't get pulled.
Yeah,
Why don't we upload our videos on Pornhub? We won't get pulled for any copyright bullshit.
It's true.
That's true. We should.
All right, check us out on Pornhub, YouTube.
You won't have like, and after you watch our videos, instead of like links to YouTubers like James Charles, or you'll just get links to porn. It's a win.
Like other porn videos you may like.
And it's just like gay porn after that.
We should what do you call it? We should write to presidential candidate Andrew Yang and tell him to put some ads on Pornhub.
Probably a good move for him.
We should also reach out to Pete Buttigieg and ask him to take his stuff off of Pornhub.
Who?
I kid. Pete Buttigieg, the guy who's openly gay, running for president.
Oh, okay. Never heard of him.
Guys, are you guys part of the Yang gang?
No.
Oh, okay. I am.
Bro, Yang 2020. Make America Yang again.
I mean, I'm sure it's not a political podcast. Last time we talked about politics,
Peo
I got-
tore us a new one.
we got chewed out by a knuckle dragger. I kid, Peo. I kid. But ever since I would vote for him, but ever since Joe Biden announced his run for presidency, it looks like he's in the lead.
Really? Creepy Uncle Joe?
No.
Nice.
Well, I think most people, it's popularity, right?
Yeah, it's a popularity contest.
He was like, okay, he was Obama's vice president.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really looks at policies.
No. Well, whatever. This is not a political podcast, so moving on.
All right. Let's move on, shall we then? What do you think it's time for, guys?
Gripes?
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Tony?
I don't have a gripe.
What? Your life is going that good for you?
Yeah, I'm good. Mamba?
Nothing going on in your life that you have
Nothing
to
negative.
complain about?
All positive.
Everything positive?
It was so positive that I went to the bar one night and I took an Uber home. So, I just got my regular Uber X. I wasn't feeling like fancy or anything. I didn't want to go no Uber XL Black.
Oh, Uber Black. Yeah.
But so I get this Uber, and apparently, they did send an Uber XL Black because it was a Tesla Model X. Model X, the SUV that picked us up with the fucking gull wing doors,
Damn.
and that ride was amazing.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
Did you get charged as an X?
No, it was it was just a regular old Uber.
How did you not get
I have no idea.
did you not sign up for Black?
I think he did, but the thing is, when you sign up for Uber Black, you still have the option of picking up regular rides. if you
Oh, I
want.
gotcha.
So he probably was like, fuck it, I'll pick up these clowns or whatever. So
And you were the clowns he
I
picked
was
up?
a clown because that motherfucker had he was a real cool guy. The motherfucker had I think 700, 800 rides, and he had a 5-star review, like all 5 stars. So I'm assuming it's probably because of his ride. But man, that thing was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Once he jumped on the highway and he punched it, man. Whoo!
You showed me the video of you guys of him pulling up.
Yeah. And
Didn't
me and my buddy
Turok-
Turok get in there, and one of the bartenders was there. She's like, "Arturo, is that your car?" He's like, "Yeah." Spoiler alert, it wasn't his car. But the point is, Teslas get you bitches. So yeah, that's how good my life has been. I didn't even want an Uber Black. I just wanted a regular old Prius.
Did it make you want to get a Prius?
Yes. Because that is what I can afford. Actually, no, I can afford more than a Prius now.
Oh,
Damn,
must be
baller.
nice.
That's why he doesn't have gripes.
What are the
'Cause-
different models? It's like the most.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like, no, life is good. Like actually, like I got paid.
Uh-huh.
I went to the currency exchange to cash my check because they charge you like 1% plus $1, which is that's a great. That's a
Uh-huh.
good deal. And yeah, like the girl looking at me like wow. I'm like
Like
that's
the-
right.
She,
Cash
probably,
that.
she probably thought you were a loser because you didn't have a real bank account.
Psh, she didn't think I was a loser once she saw how much I was getting paid.
Or she probably like had to ask her manager because nobody's cashed a check this much there before.
And I just that,
Like, oh, I have to get my manager.
and I just that, but like, if she's working at a currency exchange, you probably don't want to impress her. She's not the girl you probably want to impress.
Why not? She's
Have you seen the girls
saving up
that
for
work?
college?
yeah, she's going to school to be a medical assistant.
Yeah.
She has a kid.
Yeah, she's trying to be what do all those girls try to be? Those independent women that don't need no man.
Mm-hmm.
They're all trying to be what, a nurse assistant or something?
Medical assistant.
Yeah, whatever. That. Yeah, that's what she's going to school for.
It's okay.
So
You're
yeah,
better off impressing the teller at the bank.
No, they're
No.
stuck up.
No, they're I can't. No, they deal with real ballers.
You know, because the teller at the bank, she's used to rich guys coming in and hitting on her. Like they'll cash, like they'll deposit a check or something, and the girl see it like, oh, she's been there, done that.
Yeah.
The girl
Bro.
at the currency exchange, she's used to
She-
bums.
Exactly.
trying to cash her fucking $50 checks.
Yeah, they're like, hey, can you put $2 on my rush card?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it's like when you go to the currency exchange, you're gonna get a $2 hooker. Where if you go to the bank, you get one of them high quality
No,
$2,000
no,
hookers.
what Mamba said, you're not going to get them. They won't even look at you.
Yeah, they won't.
Bro, doesn't hurt to try. Bro, you gotta.
It does hurt to try. You know what it hurts? It hurts my pride.
You know, and
If you
plus,
shoot for the stars, you'll land in the cloud.
if he
Actually, if you shoot for the moon, you land among the stars. That's,
Whatever.
That's the
If
same.
if he were to
bullshit.
pull the currency exchange girl, she would be so appreciative.
Yeah.
You could take her to like Red Lobster
yeah.
or some shit, and she was like, "Oh man, he really likes me."
I could take her to fucking Olive Garden.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh shit, I could have as many breakfasts
As
as I
many as you want, baby girl. As many as you
As
want.
much salad
you want
as you'd
fucking
like.
salad? I'll get you salad. You want cheese? I'll even get you a side of Alfredo sauce. That's extra, but I'll still get it for you.
She's like, "Oh, salad? I've never
I've never been to a fancy place where they put cheese on the salad for
All the
you.
other guys I dated gave me fucking pizza rolls."
So yeah, so every other Friday it's nice to roll up to the currency exchange, get my fat wad for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
How much is left?
Huh?
How much is left?
I actually got a decent amount.
Let me see.
Do you have enough
Show it off.
when you like? Do you have?
I don't want to be that guy that's like that has like a bottle like a bottle of perp and then like counting like fucking bills like a fucking ignorant motherfucker.
What's a bottle of perp?
purple drink,
Oh,
drink.
purple drink.
lean,
lean
I know what that is.
codeine and Sprite.
or codeine and purple?
Do you get
soda.
paid enough now? So when you, like, after you paid all your bills and everything, like, you'll have money left over from your previous check
Yes.
going into your next check?
Yes.
I aspire to do that.
But then again, keep in mind, I don't have a mortgage.
You don't have a car payment.
I don't have a car payment.
You don't have insurance. Like car insurance.
Well, I pay for the insurance.
well, yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, you don't, but I know,
Also, I don't have student loans.
I know you help your parents out a lot.
I
so.
do, but it helps that I don't have like a mortgage. I don't have a car payment. I don't have any student loans. So it's more like I have some credit card debt, but it's not like significant to where I'm
Why do you have credit card debt? If the money you make, you could just pay that off.
because it's fun to use plastic.
Yeah, don't get a car.
Because look, the thing is, like, if I have a couple grand in my pocket, I could spend $500, or I can use my card and keep those $500.
And worry about it later.
And worry about it later.
That's-
You know what? That's future Tony's problem. Let future Tony worry about
The
that.
future Tony's gonna be kicking past Tony in the ass.
That's fine. I'm not worried about future Tony. I'm worried about
yeah.
right now, Tony.
That Tony is not going to care. He's
Exactly.
going to be laughing at future Tony.
But anyway, so it must be nice to be you, huh?
So yeah. So I guess my gripe is that
You're doing too good.
no, my gripe is I'm upset that they didn't bring that they discontinued the $500 bill because that would be a lot easier.
His
That's
gripe
terrible.
is that his money doesn't fit in his new Ridge wallet anymore. It's not enough space.
That's a terrible gripe. I hate you.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Mamba.
I guess it's my turn. All right, my gripe has to do with parking situations again.
What?
You get another ticket.
No, I didn't.
You get a
get
boot
another-
again?
Get another
Did
boot.
not get another boot. So on my block, they put up signs that said you can't park here from 5 or from May 6th to like May 26th or something. So basically, the whole month of May, I can't park on my block from the hours of 8 to like 4:30. So you can't park there, or else you get towed.
Well, that's shit.
And I was like, okay, when they first put the signs up, I'm like, okay, they're probably going to do construction there. It is now, what, May 14th?
and they have done shit.
Nothing. The street is the same. Nothing. They haven't done anything.
So you see no progress.
I'm like, what? Why are they doing this? Like, why can't we park here? I saw like a big truck pull up once, and I saw it there for like a half hour, and then it left. So I'm like, what's the point of this? You basically, it's like a no parking zone. There's no construction getting done to it. Nothing. I don't see any holes dug. So they're wasting everybody. They're inconveniencing everybody.
There's no asphalt being ripped up.
Nothing. It's the street is exactly the same. If they were like, because I know a lot of places in a lot of parts of the city they're replacing like pipes and everything, but it's already like mid-May and they haven't dug a trench. Nothing. I don't know if they're gonna do anything. So they're just inconveniencing everybody for no reason. I'm sure there's a reason, but not getting done.
Do you think they're gonna start like on May 23rd,
Yeah, they'll have it all done.
and they'll get it done like overnight?
Yeah.
whatever they're gonna do.
If they did that, I would be impressed. I wouldn't actually care. I'd be like, yeah. But whatever they're doing, I hope they do it fast because that means I have to go like out of my way to look for parking, which I guess is like third world problem. But I just think
First
it's-
world problem.
Oh yeah, first world problem.
Third world problems are a real problem.
Yeah, they're real problems. But other than that, I just think it's silly. It's annoying. That's my gripe.
That's a legitimate gripe.
Yeah, I'll take a
Hell
picture
no, motherfuckers!
You should.
Wake the
when I
fuck
get there.
up.
I'll take a video and like,
You should do like a time lapse, like every day. Take a and then you see like nothing's happening.
yeah, no construction.
That one truck, and then the truck drives away. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, is today going to be the day?
Nope.
Are they going to put a hole in the ground? Nope.
Maybe next week.
What are you doing, Joker?
Looking for my gripe, cause like so. It's so fucking stupid of me. I thought about this like last week when we were gonna record, and I was like, let me write it down so I don't forget. And I'm like, I don't need to write it down. I don't remember. I did not write it down, and I don't fucking remember what it is. And I thought I wrote it down, but obviously I did not. So I know it has something to do with what we last week, what we were talking about, cause it was good. I don't remember what it was, so it can't be that good, I guess, right?
No, can't be that good.
Right.
Well, while you're doing for that, Mama, tell us about school. Are you done?
Well, I'm done getting my associates.
Ooh.
I took my math final. That's actually one of the reasons why we
We
didn't.
didn't record last week. I know.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we didn't record last week because I had a math final and I don't want to waste time recording. So I spent that time studying and it paid off. I actually got a B.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
I got to be in the class and I'm done. Like, should get my associate's degree. I was like, what do I do now? And I was looking it up. Apparently, they just tell me when I go pick it up. Like, I just go there and pick it up.
They don't even mail it to you.
No.
That's
At least that's what the website said.
That's a fucking inconvenience.
I guess you could opt in and graduate and I could walk across stage. And I was like, why would I do that?
That sounds inconvenient.
That's very inconvenient. Also, I have no reason to celebrate. I'm 31 years old and I'm barely getting an associate's degree.
You should celebrate because there's a lot of people that are way older than you. They don't have anything.
That's true. I'm sitting in a room with them
You
right now.
exactly. You are officially now the most learned man.
Yep. All thanks to my almanac.
Your Alamac.
Almanac. You know what? I'm more an associate's degree, can't really do anything with it. But I'm more relieved that I started something and I finished it. It took a long time, but it's nice to know that I actually did something. Now, the hard part is actually going to continue and going to get my undergrads. But for right now, I'll be like, look, you started it, you messed up a few times, but it was a marathon. You know what I mean?
It's not a sprint.
It's not a sprint. Everybody finishes at their own pace. And I actually did something that I set out to do. And that's what I'm happy most. That I could actually do something.
We're all very proud of you, Mom.
We are very
Then why are
Good job, Mamba.
why are your fucking arms crossed?
Oh, because my arm hurts.
because he's being paid.
You have a very defensive.
No, my arm hurts. I'm sore.
No, you have a
'cause-
very defensive
because
posture right now.
he doesn't like celebrating other people's victories.
Yeah,
that's
you're
why.
upset that I've surpassed you in some way.
So we're gonna celebrate Hooters.
On you.
Ooh, on me. He just talked about how he has all this money.
All right, Hooters and Tony.
Yeah, Hooters on me.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
We
I'd
will,
go to
we
Hooters.
will celebrate.
Can you also buy us? Can you get us that combo?
The Dom
Hell,
Perignon
where do you think we're going?
with like
For
10,
the Dom
10
Perignon.
wings. Dom
Now, if you
Perignon with like
thought
10
you,
wings.
you get a bottle of Dom and 20 wings.
Now, if you thought the
we have to order more wings because 20 I don't think is gonna be enough for all three of us.
now,
It's
if
not
you
enough
think
for Mamba.
the currency exchange girl is going to be appreciative, if you order Don Perignon with a Hooters server,
She won't know what.
She won't know what to do.
Well, I would say if you take the currency exchange girl to Hooters and order the Dom Perignon, she'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
You might be able to pull
bro,
off.
bro, you don't bring sand to the beach.
You might be able to pull off a threesome with that. Currency exchange girl and Hooters
Hooters girl?
waitress.
Oh man, I'm reaching high.
Yeah.
Not all Hooter waitresses are low quality. I know a few Hooters waitresses which
Look,
are doing pretty well.
I'm
for
not
themselves.
interested in the good ones because I'm interested in the ones that would let me get it in.
Oh, I got
And
you.
obviously, those aren't the ones that are the high quality ones.
No, definitely not.
Exactly.
So I thought of a gripe, not the original gripe I had originally thought about, but I have a gripe.
What is it?
So a few weeks ago, I had tickets to the Sox game. Mind you,
Did somebody throw the Hitler salute?
no.
Like the white power sign?
So I bought these tickets. They were really cheap. I mean, they were like it was
Obviously,
like a flash sale.
It's Sox tickets.
But this isn't about the price of the tickets.
You
This
say
is
it's
about
a
the
flash sale?
yeah, it was a flash sale.
It's always a flash
It's always
sale.
it's a flash sale since opening day.
It's not about the price of the tickets. It's about the principle.
Okay.
And this is the principle. This is what happened. My gripes with Ticketmaster. Tony's already had a Ticketmaster
Oh,
gripe
yeah.
before. My gripes with
Ticketmaster's
Ticketmaster.
the fucking worst.
Oh, yeah, I
Ticketmaster is the
remember.
worst. So this is what happened. One of the games was rained out and postponed for a doubleheader the next
That's
day.
the one we were supposed to go to, right?
Yes. The day we recorded, last time we recorded an episode, that was the day that we were supposed to go to the Sox game. It was rained out, postponed for the next day to a doubleheader. The Sox sent out a Twitter message and email, whatever the fuck, a bunch of like different ways, social media, whatever. Excuse me, saying you could not if you have tickets to the day of the game was a Tuesday. That got rained out. They pushed it to Wednesday for doubleheader. Wednesday, they said if you have tickets for Wednesday, you can go to both games. If you have tickets for Tuesday, we're going to give you credit for that Tuesday, and then you can use that credit for a future game. So you can pretty much just
So they give you back your $13
whatever the fuck I paid. Yeah,
for like 8 tickets.
yeah, whatever. You're right. It was really cheap. It was like 4 tickets for like $26, some shit like that.
So they owe you a $26 credit.
Right.
Okay. Continue.
Which trust me, you get a lot with that. But anyway, like I said,
It's the principle.
It's the principle. It's not that. So I was like, maybe I'll just go to the ballpark to go like see if I can swap them out. But I'm like, I don't feel like driving over there. Like then I got to look for parking, and it's not the most convenient. Especially it was like game day, and like they're gonna have like home games like every single day. So there was no good time for me to go.
Yeah, they're doing the homestand, right?
Right. So I was like,
Which they lost like 8 of those games, right?
something like that.
Anyway, whatever.
But that's not
Beside
the point. So I was like, let me just fucking call and see if I can do it over the phone and get the credit. So I called Ticketmaster and the dude's like, so I waited for a good hour and a half on the phone. I was driving home, so I didn't really mind it. And then when I got home, I'm like, it saves me a trip to the ballpark, having to like, park, walk, blah, blah, whatever. So I finally waited. I got somebody on the phone. And they're like, okay, well, because it got rained out, you can only go to the current team at at their home field, like who they're playing, which at the time was the Baltimore Orioles. And I'm like, today's the last game of the homestand, and they're playing like right now, which they were. They were playing that moment I was talking to him. And I'm like, and on the website it said I could not go to this game. It specifically said you cannot attend this game. You're gonna get credit. And he's like, nope, you can only go to this game and blah blah. And I'm like, but I can't go to the game. It's already started. Like, how the fuck?
You need to get over there right now.
How the fuck am I gonna get credit for this bullshit? She's like, nope, sorry. And I'm like, so you telling me I just lost out on the money I paid for the tickets? Like, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Straight up, just like that. And he was being super curt, super like short with me. He wasn't like, wasn't even like being like sympathetic or
I hope
anything.
we took that fucking phone survey afterwards.
They didn't give me a phone survey afterwards.
They learned their
How
lesson.
convenient.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck it, whatever, fine. I don't need it, whatever. I'm just gonna go. I didn't tell him this, but I was like, I'm just gonna go to the ballpark. Fuck it. And go over there and have him swap it out because they'll probably do more than this motherfucker will.
Yeah.
So who are you talking to? The guy
Ticketmaster
Ticketmaster
guy.
Okay.
So I hang up the phone with him. I'm like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna go to the ballpark. I was like, my wife was just like finished making dinner or whatever. I'm like, let's just take a quick ride. You can wait in the car and I'll like while I go run in real quick and you can just like drive around the block or whatever the fuck. Well, I get to the ballpark. I go up to the window. I talk to the guy. He's looking at my order. He's like, hey man. He's like, I can't do anything. I'm like, what? He's like, your order's been canceled.
Damn.
What the fuck?
I was like, canceled by who? He's like, I don't know, but it says right here it's been canceled.
Ticketmaster.
That motherfucker on the phone canceled my fucking order. So like I literally could not do anything because And he said he even like when he looked at it, he's like, oh yeah, you get your new tickets, blah blah. And then when he tried pulling it up, it was canceled. So he couldn't. He physically literally couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
At
But
that point.
cancel doesn't.
But he
mean,
would have.
But cancel doesn't mean that you got your money back.
No, I didn't get any money back. I didn't. It wasn't a lot. Like I said, it's not the price.
Yeah,
it's the fucking principle. That piece of shit at fucking Ticketmaster specifically went against what the White Sox had said, and then canceled my shit. Like he left me to with no.
I would have called
anything.
Ticketmaster back.
He is fucking lucky that shit was not a lot of money. Because imagine if those were like expensive tickets,
Yeah.
even if they weren't like White Sox tickets, they could have been any tickets.
Yeah.
They could have been tickets to anything.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I would have called him back. Just I don't care if it's like I don't care if my tickets were $5. I would have called Ticketmaster back and be like, look, motherfuckers, fix this shit now.
Yeah. So I was fucking heated.
That
I
is
was
a
like,
good
this is
gripe.
fucking
I don't understand
bullshit.
how that wasn't your gripe.
Well, the last time I forgot about it, and that wasn't my gripe because I don't know.
Oh, because you just gave in.
I had a different gripe. I had a better gripe, but I don't remember that gripe. So this is my backup gripe. But yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Fuck Ticketmaster. The only reason I fucking use Ticketmaster is because it's a fucking monopoly and they have like everything.
Yeah.
So you have no choice but to use Ticketmaster.
That's why
in
they're
most cases.
assholes, and they know it.
Right. So Ticketmaster, go fuck yourself. How about that, son of a bitch?
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck
Ticketmaster
up.
fucked you good.
They're lucky it was only like $26.
That's true, but still, that's
Yeah.
That's really fucked up. Like, the guy could have just been a dick and then left it at that.
Right.
But he had to be a dick and cancel your
Right.
shit.
I'm gonna make sure there's no way that this guy gets what he wants.
Yeah. Like, not only am I gonna fuck him, but I'm gonna make sure he stays fucked.
Yeah. Fucking cocksuckers.
Good
So
gripe. I would have called him back, but
He didn't tell you his name, did he?
no. Well, he might have, but I don't who pays attention to names.
yeah.
And the thing is that actually when I called in, I got like this really nice guy. At first, he's like, "Oh, he's like, yeah, that's great. He's really nice." And he's like, "I can't really help you. I'm just I got to transfer you to."
Let me transfer you to the guy that can help you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, this guy, he's not gonna help you, but he's gonna give you some help. And that's who you talk to.
Yep. Fucking dickheads, man. Fuck Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was part of that class action lawsuit.
What was that?
There was this one class action lawsuit a few years ago that Ticketmaster was like, they were charging you fees and without telling you kind of type thing.
Really?
So like you get like free tickets, and I get free tickets for certain events to like for the next like 10 years or some shit. But it's only like it's like super specific events. Like they give you, and it's like the shittiest ones.
Things you don't want to go
I
to.
would,
Yeah.
I would still fucking go.
No, I
just
do,
to-
but every time I look, it's like shit like either A, I don't want to go to, or like stupid shit like I don't know, or B, the stuff that like is somewhat appealing it's like sold out. So I'm still waiting. I still got like 10 more years. So
10 more
Yeah,
years.
yeah. Don't just go for anything.
Yeah.
Wait it out.
exactly.
Make them pay.
I would go to every event.
Well, you only get so many. Like there's like you get like a certain amount of vouchers.
Oh,
They give you like
okay.
vouchers and you just like use them. But fuck Ticketmaster. Anyway, let's move on to our question, shall we?
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Dear Tony and Mamba, I'm a pretty serious geek. Oh man, they came to the right place. I'm a pretty
Say no more.
I'm a pretty serious geek, and I live an extremely male-centric / nerd-centric lifestyle. I mean, I think I can count the number of girls I have regular contact with who aren't family members on like 10 fingers.
Did I write this?
It sounds like it. I am a computer engineer / computer science student at school. I work for a computer repair shop, and I have 2 girls work there with me, both in serious relationships. Oh, and I don't have a customer-facing position. I actually fix the computers behind a black barrier.
Oh, sounds great. Right? You don't have to do that.
I don't understand how this is
Hold on.
this is an issue.
Not that now, this isn't to say I'm socially incapable or even awkward. When I get started with someone, I'm actually very good. I'm relatively in shape. I live my life with computers, but I do play soccer once or more a week at a relatively competitive level. I'm not bad looking. I know how to talk to people, and I've had girlfriends, some long term in the past. My biggest issue is my lifestyle. It is not conducive to meeting women in the slightest. I rarely get a chance to go out because I'm always buried in work or other commitments, and when I do go to a bar or something, I end up at a dive bar that I've been going to with my friends, all male, one female who I am severely friend-zoned with for years. This bar has no women that are either 50 plus, and I'm in my early 20s, or with their boyfriends. So I've come to the conclusion that I need to make some modifications to my life to make it easier to meet new women. But I really don't want to give things I don't want to give up things I like doing. Are there any small modifications I can make? Oh, and last piece. I actually live on campus of my university, but I've always had a hard time meeting girls. First off, because the engineering building is almost female free. And second, because my school has a strict no door propping rule that really restricts my chances to meet girls.
What's that? What is no door propping?
I guess you can't leave your door open, so like you can't see people like walk by. I think that's what that means, but I'm not.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Mamba, you go to college. What does that mean?
I went to a community.
They don't have doors at the school he went to. It says, "Please help me out. I moved back to school in a few weeks, and I'm hoping I can get some ideas before then, especially if you've got some ideas to meet girls at school. That does seem like my biggest opportunity." Nerd herd manager. Here, I'm gonna look up door propping policy. Oh no, not Dow Jones. What the fuck?
We already know this in the shit can.
Why'd you click that? It's
I did it. I typed in DNA. That's what came up.
all right. I guess in the meantime, while you're
Yeah,
looking that
propping open exterior doors.
But what is that?
I don't know. I guess people would just pop in and say hi.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. People can't just come in to the building without like. Maybe that's the door propping thing.
Well, I don't. Well,
People can't just walk into the building, and if they don't have no business being there, they can't meet.
well,
He doesn't meet new
I think
people.
that's at all schools, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
I mean,
know.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's no foot traffic,
Right.
basically. Because even if he does have his door open to his dorm, like it's nothing but dudes in that
Wasn't
building
that
anyway.
in all schools though? Where like door propping, like
Then I think some schools are less restrictive because I know, like, well, at least when my sister was in school,
because that sounds like more
people
like
would like come
yeah.
visit and do all sorts
That
of
sounds
shit.
like a safety issue. Just people walking in campus. What's his issue that he can't meet women?
He just wants to know like what modifications can he make to his lifestyle so he can have a greater chance of meeting someone. So obviously his job doesn't allow him to do that. His school is obviously not gonna be anyone there.
I think the school would be the best place. I mean,
I think the school would be good.
he just has to go to more. He has to go to events.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly
I
what I
don't
was gonna say.
what do they have? Clubs, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know what kids do these days.
yeah. I'm sure they still do that. They have clubs,
Boxcar socials.
like some. I just try to go to those. I'm sure like school has a bunch of events. Like just go to the student union. and
Make
whatever
friend.
that
Why don't you
bullshit.
make friends with like frat guys?
Because
They
they're
have.
douches.
You're right. They are, but they have parties,
I would say
and a lot of girls go to those.
I would say
parties.
make friends, like become better friends with the friends of the girls that he always like the girls at his job. Become friends with them so they could introduce you to their friends.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a good.
that is
one.
true. Because obviously they're both in serious relationships. So, I mean, there's gonna be no conflict there.
Nothing's gonna happen there.
But they probably will hook you up.
They might.
But hey, that's something. That's just an area to explore.
Or why don't you? He says he's got one female friend who he's friend zoned with. Why doesn't he have her try to like wingman him? You know,
That's
it
true.
always helps.
Yeah, that does help. I would say just try new places.
Yeah, or stop going to the same fucking
Yeah,
bar. Go
it
to
also
different
it
bars.
also depends on what type of girl you're trying to get. Like if you're trying to get like if you want yourself a snowflake, go to a country concert. Holy shit, it is just teeming
Snowing there?
with snow bunnies.
If you want yourself, what do you call it? Can't even think of what the fuck do you call a girl that wears Uggs and drinks Starbucks?
basic
A basic bitch. There you go.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of it for some reason.
Starbucks.
If you want a basic bitch, just go to like a electronic music festival. They're all over there. All over the
Oh
place.
yeah, go to a music festival.
Yeah.
Whatever music
Doesn't matter.
demographic you like. If you want EDM, but like I'm trying, each genre has its own type of demographic. Try them all. See which
Yeah.
one you like the best.
See
I'm
which
not
one-
saying about the music. See which demographic of girls you like the best. But yeah, but I can tell you for sure, country concerts they're teeming, overflowing. girls.
Also,
You know what's another really great place? Fucking Target.
Yeah.
Target, like not Walmart. Target. Like if you go there, like there's a lot of like girls shopping at Target, like a lot. But it all depends on what he's comfortable with. Like if he's comfortable approaching just random people,
Yeah.
or making conversation. I would say even try Tinder.
Yeah.
Tinder,
But when you
Bumble.
yeah, Tinder, Bumble. Oh, Bumble's good. Try Tinder, and when you take your picture, have like your credit score like
Yeah.
casually in the background.
What if he's got terrible credit? He's a college student.
Oh,
He
you
doesn't
can
have
fake
credit.
it. You can fucking fake it, dude. Yeah, and that'll kind of boost you up a little. You know, give you a little more. Girls think you have a little more
And
self.
he works at a retail shop that fixes computers. Like even if he's not in the front, you could still step out of the back. You're not subjected to back. I've worked in a similar shop
You worked at the Nerd Herd.
at the Nerd Herd, and actually I was the Nerd Herd manager. And
They didn't keep you
you
back
didn't.
there.
No, I mean, you didn't have to stay back there like at all times. Like go fucking. I don't know if this is like a big store, if it's just a computer store, but if it's a bigger store that's not just specifically computers, you can just walk around the fucking store, and you fucking who cares? On your way to the bathroom, be like, hey, you need help with something? It's a sexy baby girl, and be like, oh, I know exactly where that's at. I met like tons of bitches at work. Even when I worked at the Nerd Herd, there was this one chick, this
Well,
Polish
one,
chick.
They don't like to be referred to as bitches.
The only girls I've met at work were bitches.
He knows what he said.
I know what I
He
said.
stands by his statement.
This one chick, she was Polish. She was sexy as fuck. Okay. And I remember she came in to get her computer fixed, her laptop. And it was something stupid, easy. And like I remember fixing it really quick, and she's like, oh my god, I didn't charge her for it because it took me like literally like 2 minutes. She's like, oh my god, you're so nice, blah blah. And then she brought she
brought you
she left.
pierogies.
Hold on. She left and she came back like a week later with a different issue, and she asked for me specifically, and like I did the same thing. Like it only took me a few minutes. She's like, "Oh my
What was wrong
god!"
with it?
And she, I don't fucking remember. This was like 20 years ago, and it was something super. I just remember the only thing I remember was a Toshiba laptop. I don't know why I remember that, but
Tobisha.
and I fixed it, and she's like, "You know what? You're so nice. You're so good. Like you always help me out. Like I want to buy you lunch." And she went to Potbelly's across the street, brought me a fucking Potbelly sandwich.
Sounds like a great deal.
Yeah, and she was sexy as fuck. And at the time, I had a girlfriend, so if I was single, I would have asked her for like her number or something. But
Curse missed opportunities.
yeah, those were when I was back with my ex fiance. You know how many opportunities I missed because that bitch.
Hey man, it's not your fault. You're faithful.
I know.
It's a
a
curse,
curse.
right? It's a curse.
It's a curse.
The curse of fidelity.
Yeah. But
Speaking of that, my new favorite show that I
Sinner.
love, besides Sinner on Netflix, besides Sinner on Netflix, is a YouTube series called
Cobra Kai.
That is great too. Cobra Kai. Check out Cobra Kai. But another YouTube series that is amazing and it always makes me feel better is called Exponiendo Infieles.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
That is Spanish for exposing infidelity. Basically, it's kind of like cheaters in Mexico. But it's like, I don't know, like, it's just like, man, this show is like, it's such a clusterfuck. Because basically this girl, she's like the host of the show. She basically just goes around with a camera crew and goes to like restaurants or parks or just any place where there's couples. And she tells them, hey, I'm here with the show, whatever. Would you like to win some money? And so like, oh, sure, yeah, what do we do? Like, oh, we're just going to play a game. All it is like, I'm basically rewarding people for being faithful. And like, are you guys together? Like, oh, yeah, we're together. Oh, how long have you been together? Oh, we've been together for a year, 2 years. And are both of you guys faithful? Oh, yeah, of course. We're 100% faithful. 100%. Okay, well.
Oh, you're talking about that? I know what
Yes.
show you're talking about.
That show is fucking great.
Where they go through the people's phones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like, all right, I'll give you like 100 to look through your messages. Okay. Then 100 for your pictures, 100 for your WhatsApp. Basically, they up to like maybe 500 for your whole phone. And man, it is just like the shit that comes up is fucking hilarious.
I would fucking be fantastic in that show. Be Gucci. Because I have nothing on my
You have
fucking
nothing.
phone. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. No pictures.
Do you think that show is 100% legit? Like,
You know what?
Probably not.
I thought about it, but it's like some of those.
a lot of them seem like
Okay, trust me. There's no way Mexico has that many good actors and actresses. There's no fucking way. Like, there's no way that fucking junkyard.
Hey man,
There's no way that like that girls can display that type of emotional range
unless they were actually,
unless they're like a professional. Because if they're that good, they're not gonna be on a fucking YouTube show. They're gonna be on an actual movie or TV show. But I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe some parts are embellished. Maybe not all of them are real, but man, some of those like they're fucking real and glorious. Anyway, I love it, and I like the host. Her name is Lisbeth. I think it's Lisbeth Rodriguez.
she's pretty attractive.
She's pretty attractive, and she got a boob job
oh, very nice.
after episode 50, I think.
She got that money.
She got that money. But yeah. Anyway, great show. I like to watch it because they're short episodes, so I'll watch one during my lunch. They're about maybe like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes tops. And they just go through like two or three couples. And anyway, it's fucking great.
Also, I think like the reason why I was like it can't be real is because I think it's popular enough to the point where like people would know. Like if you see that lady, like, oh shit, we gotta get.
Oh, they do. Like
We gotta get outta here.
No, they do. There's somewhere she goes and she walks and she like as people see her like and they're like, oh hey, they literally the couple runs. They will run. They're like, nope, we want no part of this. Nope.
They want to keep our infidelity.
They want to keep our
is
infidelity.
that the same show where that dude was smashing his head against the phone
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Where she's like, amigo.
yeah. He was smashing his head because like he found out that the girl was cheating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. No one's that good of an actor.
I don't know. That looked pretty fake though. I don't think anybody fucking.
No, the best
smashed
one
their head.
was
It's real to Tony.
the best one was this guy who would like he was caught, he was cheating, and his girlfriend was all like, or his ex-girlfriend, whatever, she's all mad and she was all like sad and crying, and she's like, and then he's like, oh well. So he talks, he's talking to like the host of the show. He's like, hey, well, I guess since my relationship's fucked now, can I get a selfie with you? And that girl, and then his girlfriend was pissed even more. It was hilarious.
I saw that you posted that one.
That
That's
was
hilarious.
fucking great. Now, even if that's fake, it's fucking glorious.
Anyway, back to Nerd Herd Manager. So Tinder,
Oh yeah,
Bumble.
Tinder, Bumble. Like Junkyard said, try to step out of your little zone maybe every now and then. The two friends that you're good friends with, that you work with, maybe they can hook you up.
Bars, different bars.
Different bars, obviously.
Tell your female friend to help you.
Tell your female friend to hook you up.
Wingman.
Also, you're in college.
Music festivals.
You're in
college events.
College is like the place to meet people.
Classes, man. Sign up for different classes.
Well,
don't just do fucking
yeah.
for computers. Go do some like female like
Women's studies.
women's studies or some bullshit. Jesus.
No, they're just gonna tell you how terrible men are. Do like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like
but
English
those
class.
bitches are easy in a lot of cases.
Are you talking about the class or the women?
The women in those classes.
Those bitches are easy. What, the class or the women?
But anyway, yeah. Do all sorts of things. You know what you should not do? Is call women bitches because they don't like that.
It's true, they don't.
Well, you already got one, so
Exactly. So it doesn't matter. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Anyway, and plus, like my ex-girlfriend and some of the girls that I met before, they're all bitches. Trust
Whoa,
me.
whoa. I don't know about all that. There's two sides to every story, and I have not heard the side of your ex-girlfriend yet, or your ex-fiance. I have not heard her side of the story.
But you were there. You witnessed it.
Yeah, I did witness a lot. But I still didn't hear her side of the story.
She won't tell you because she hates you.
Yeah, she does hate me.
Why?
Huh?
Because she's a bitch.
Oh, whoa. Like I said, I haven't heard her side of the story.
I wonder if she ever listens to this podcast. I'm very
I
curious
doubt it. I mean, why would she?
to see what I'm up to.
You're not really up to anything interesting.
You're right. I'm not.
Like,
But maybe she wants to listen.
I think she
and-
would gather that through one episode, and that's it. She's like, okay, these motherfuckers not doing anything.
Or maybe she like goes to like future episodes to see if I actually did, if anything else came up.
All right, well, Junkyard's ex-fiance, if you're listening, Junkyard's not doing anything interesting.
I'm married. Living my best life.
But
better than she could ever give you.
Yep. Better than I ever was with her. How about that?
damn, someone's a little bitter.
That's a confident man right there.
You sound a little like you got a little anger in you, Junkyard, like a little some reserved hatred.
No, I don't have any reserved hatred. I'm just, I'm good. Hell, fuck, why would I hate her? I'm the one that broke up with her, not the other way around. If anything, she should be hating me.
I'm sure she does.
You're probably right. She does. But you know what? I don't like people that hate me. So that's why I hate her right back. Anyway, all right. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes,
Check us out on
Stitcher,
Pornhub.
iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Shoot us an email like Pancho, like the Nerd Herd Manager, newkidsinthepod@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail, 774-40-NKOTP.
In a world full of... we only got one more episode of Game of Thrones, so...
Stop complaining about it.
Yeah.
In a world full of Game of Thrones episodes, shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
All right, guys. We will check you out next week.
In a world full of fine Italian cuisine, check out Olive Garden.
Anyway, we'll be back next week, guys, right?
Yeah.
Since we weren't here last week.
Joker, just...
All right,
end it
guys.
already. I'm trying to get out of here.
Kissies on your dickies.
Look it up.